always appreciate the opportunity to visit with the opposing coach for the Lions. And this week is the first game of the season, and that's against the St. Michael's Crusaders out of Austin. And I have the honor of visiting with head coach Phil Rombach. Coach, really appreciate the time this morning.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
You bet. Well, you're starting your second year at St. Michael's, which we'll get into in just a second. But as a way of introduction, I want you to start with your family. Tell us about you and Kristen and the Rombach family.
Okay. All right. Happily married. My wife's Kristen. Been married since 2010, and we have 3 kids. We have a 6th grade boy, a boy in 2nd grade, and then we have a daughter in kindergarten. So 3 kids that keep us busy, and they're a lot of fun. So,
well, it's never a dull moment, especially for a football coach, because even though there's a quote unquote off season, I know there never really is an off season for a family of a football coach. So I'm sure it's, like you said, never a dull moment.
Yeah, absolutely. We get a little bit of time in the spring to coach the off-season sports and all that, but yeah, it's definitely very busy in the fall. So
that's great. Well, you played college football at Linfield University in Oregon, and then you coached there for over 16 years, if I did my homework right.
Yep.
And it's not, I want to say it's common for somebody to coach their alma mater, but for such a long time is really pretty amazing. Tell us about that experience of being able to coach at your alma mater where you played football.
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, I'm kind of a coaching anomaly in the college coaching ranks. Most guys go on and move around a whole lot and do GAs and quality controls and kind of move, every year or two. And I've had several friends who've done that and been quite successful. And I just was in a position with my family, my wife's family, and with kind of the role that I entered into at Linfield, where I was able to stay, and kind of stay and build something, put some roots down. And I did that for, like you said, over 16 years. Had a lot of fun doing it. Coached a lot of great teams, worked with a lot of great players and coaches over the years. And we were around our family when our kids were young, and then that next stage of life hit, and we were looking for what we're going to do next, and applied to St. Michael's, and here we are. So.
Well, great lead into my next question. Austin is a lovely town, but it is a far cry from Oregon. I mean, the terrain, the seasons couldn't be any more different. I'm sure last summer had you second guessing that move to Texas with these, 115, 170 degree weather. But tell us about how the events unfolded that got you from Oregon down to St. Michael's in Austin, Texas.
That's a good question again. We're a Catholic family. My dad coaches at Jesuit High School in Portland. I was kind of, born and raised a football coach's son, and really was looking for a Catholic school to send our kids to. And we applied to several schools across the country, and we're looking for a move, and ended up, here in Austin. Came down and visited St. Michael's with my wife, and we both really loved the area. I'd been down here with my time at Linfield playing Hardin-Simmons and Mayor Hardin-Baylor, and been to conventions in San Antonio. So I was a little bit familiar with Texas, with the people and with the culture here. And my wife came down on the visit and loved it as well. And so we decided to pack everybody up and move. And it's been great so far. We're super happy with it.
That's awesome. Well, I mentioned earlier that you're beginning your second year at St. Michael's. So you and Coach Holland have something in common there as he's starting his second season at Grapevine Faith. Right. Question, what differences do you see already this year in your team and the offseason experience versus last year coming in as a first-year head coach?
I think that's establishing the culture is like kind of paramount, especially in that first year of just establishing the culture, what we're going to be about, what our core principles and tenets are. We focus on 4 pillars: team excellence, attitude, and class. We kind of dive into that as we establish kind of what we're trying to do as a football program. There's always hiring good coaches and bringing in guys who are, like-minded, who want to do things the same way. So we've been really fortunate to bring our staff up now to 10 coaches, including all of our assistants. Really happy with that, really happy with our senior class. We're still fairly young. We have 8 seniors, 14 juniors, 15 sophomores, 26 freshmen. So we're still a fairly young team, but we've got, I think, great buy-in from the players, from the families, from the coaches, and great support from the school. So I think that's paramount first and foremost, is to establish that culture and what we're going to be about as a program.
Sure. Well, let's talk about that talent that you've got. Who are the standouts on both sides of the ball that you're really leaning on this year to lead the Crusaders?
That's a good question. I think we know with our senior class, it's smaller, but we have a lot of really good players who all were in starting roles last year, kind of on both sides of the ball. So we only had 2 seniors last year. So the juniors of last year's class, who are now seniors, really played a ton and had great leadership roles. And they really filled those shoes a little bit last year. So, kind of up front, we've got Miller Bonsack and Charlie Galuli, who are 2 of our bigger, more physical guys. Both of them are playing tackle. Charlie's played some center. And then on the defensive side of the ball, they play a little bit of defensive tackle and defensive end, depending on what's going on there. Kind of in the linebacker core, we have Will Garcia, Utah Anderson, and Ben Brophy. Utah moved from safety. It was all-state safety last year. Ben was a very good player. All 3 of those guys were all district. So all 3 of them we hope to see have a dramatic impact at linebacker. I'm a defensive guy, so I kind of talk defense first a little bit.
Right.
In the back row, we have Pierce Kovacs at our safety position. We have 4 corners who will all play. And we have kind of a new monster position, a new safety. We've got 2 guys rotating there. So definitely a good amount of experience on defense, and some talented players. We've got some good defensive ends, Noah Shell, and Danny Smith is a junior. We have some younger guys rotating there as well. On the offensive side of the ball, we have a lot of good receivers, and we're excited about them. We have it's a lot of them. So we have Adrian Paradoza with Ben Brophy. We have Pierce Kovacs. We have Andres Patino. So we have, hopefully I'm not forgetting anybody there. I'm sure I am. Sorry, fellas. But we have a very good receiving core. We have a talented young quarterback who's a sophomore named Nico Anderson. We have a pretty much improved, I would say, offensive line unit. Very happy with the improvement that they've made, and with Coach Kemper working with them and the buy-in that those guys have. That group's going to take us as far as we can go. So super excited about that. And then we have a few tight ends. Utah is starting there, but Dylan Strait rotates as well. So we've got Angel Cordova as a senior running back who also plays corner for us. So super excited about the old guys kind of combined with the younger guys getting better and improving. I think we're in a position where we're just ready to take that next step and kind of step out a little bit more and have a little bit more success. So we're in a good spot. We're excited about where we're at. We're just ready to take that next step.
Good deal. I don't know how you can name your son Utah and him not be a football player. That's a football player's name. That's me. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Coach Holland, because both of you played college football. And I'm curious, how much do you draw from your experience as a college football player, or do you lean more on what you've learned in your own coaching career already, or a mentor that you coached under, or how much do you pull from your personal experience as a college football player, maybe versus some other experiences?
Yeah. To be honest, I've been a part of 2 very successful programs throughout my football life, which again, with my dad being a coach, goes back a long time. Jesuit High School in Oregon has been very successful, in their classification in their state for a very long time. So I learned a lot of good things from my dad, his staff. Coach Ken Potter out there as the head coach, has been there for a very long time. So I pull a lot from what I've learned from those guys, but I pull a ton from what I learned at Linfield. Even our 4 pillars are the same 4 pillars that Linfield focuses on: team excellence, attitude, and class. So as far as the culture and what we're establishing, I kind of pull from both, and kind of meld it into what we have here at St. Michael's. As far as the X's and O's goes, sorry, we got a bug in here. As far as the X's and O's goes, we do run a decent amount of what we ran at Linfield on defense. It's just it's a little bit more generic and watered down because it has to be more simplistic at the high school level, just with the amount of time that we have to prepare, and
sure,
with what other offenses are able to do. I know on offense we've done the same thing. Coach Foran was at North Park University. He's our offensive coordinator, and he's done kind of the same thing that I've done on defense. We've taken what we've learned in college, but just tried to pare it down and kind of simplify and continue to refine, as Coach Stewart likes to say, till we have a really good product that we're putting out on the field that the guys can go out and execute efficiently every time, as opposed to having too much and making assignment mistakes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, you guys were part of a district realignment like the Lions were. State runner-up regents moved up and out of the district, as they should have. But with these new alignments, I'm just curious, how would you assess the new district and how you guys stack up against the other teams?
I don't know yet. I'm actually really interested to see, just because there's some teams in Houston that we haven't played. There's one team in San Antonio that we haven't played, and one team in Austin that we haven't played.
So, Coach, I need to apologize. I realize you guys are the Warriors, not the Crusaders. Y'all had a name change and all that. So question is, for those who haven't seen the Warriors play, you touched on this a little bit with kind of your offensive and defensive schemes and where you pull from. But how would you describe your style of play, and what should we expect to see Friday night against the Lions?
Offensively, we're a shotgun based spread, but we're a 11 personnel for the most part. So you'll see some tight ends in there. Kind of a modern day pro style shotgun scheme, right? Defensively, you could say we're a 4-2-5, but we're pretty versatile. And we like to be relatively attack oriented. And I don't want to say, too much about our offense or defense going into the game.
Sure. Yeah, I'm not actually giving away secrets.
Yeah, but you'll see a 4-2 on defense for the most part. And you'll see a too high safety look and running several different coverages out of it. And on offense, we're doing similar things in terms of, trying to be complex to our opponent, but simple to ourselves. That's kind of our motto, is trying to figure that out, that balance. So
that's a great philosophy.
Yeah.
Well, Coach, we definitely appreciate the time. Safe travels up to Grapevine on Friday, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you, Steve. Appreciate you.
That's St. Michael's head coach Phil Rombach. The Bobby Holland Show is next, followed by the Lions hosting the St. Michael's Warriors right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Well, it's week one of the 2024 season here for your Grapevine Faith Lions, which means it's time for our first installment of the Bobby Holland Show. And Coach, a lot to talk about since our last recording, which was November 8th of last year, if you can believe it. But we'll get to that in a second. But again, just first, a huge thanks for your time and sitting down with me.
Yeah, I'm excited. It's go time now.
You bet. Well, as the adage goes, what a difference a year makes. This time last year, you weren't the benefactor of having had a full spring session. You were finishing up your responsibilities at your other job. And then you kind of shortened the opportunity to get prepared for the summer. This year looks very, very different, obviously, having a full spring session, getting the kids ready for camp. Talk about kind of how that has looked different for you guys this year, having a full spring session and really getting to have a full summer session.
Yeah, when you run your off-season program, you're trying to build the players physically, but you're also trying to build them spiritually, and then also trying to build them collectively and the culture of the team. And I feel really good about the strides that us and the players made, especially in all three categories, but especially in the last one. I think the togetherness and unity of the team is real noticeable. They're working harder, they're encouraging each other, and so the sense of togetherness is really strong, and that makes it really fun to come to work, to see guys cooperating and that sense of teamwork.
Sure. Well, every team changes a little bit each year because you have players graduate, obviously. But you lost some big talent in Clayton Zabecki, Ben Wagner, Nathan Triggerstead, a few names that come to mind. A lot of your defensive and offensive line, so it does look a little bit different. You have some players transfer in, some transfer out, and so forth. So it does look a little different. Younger team. Knowing that, has your preparation been different this year than what it was last year? And have you changed maybe some of your offensive and defensive schemes to accommodate for those changes in personnel?
Offense is mostly the same. Coach Ware kind of runs his offense each year based on a couple things. Number one, what does the defense present? And based on that, what they present, he's got different answers kind of at all times. And then he also customizes it each year based on the players that he has. So it's more or less the same philosophically. There may be some slight changes based on those two variables. Defensively, we've shifted from an odd front to an even front, meaning we used to be a three-man defensive line. Now we're a four-man defensive line. I felt like when we brought one guy last year, we had better results on defense. So why not just bring 4 players after the quarterback every time? And then defensively, we've really simplified and pared down what we're doing to try to get really good at a few things so that players can be confident and play fast.
That's great. Well, it's hard as parents to see our kids, have injuries. And, I think of a kid like Michael Lawford last year that got injured and missed the last few games of his senior season. I look at a kid like Van Shoemaker, who's out for the season with a shoulder injury. Then I look at a kid like Jake Ford, who, as came back from an injury, is able to play this year, different position. But how do you, as a coach, how do you process that with those players? I mean, in the game, it's like you got to get a sub in. You're focused on just getting on with the play. But during the week and so forth, and not seeing those kids being able to perform and practice and play, how do you help process that with those players?
Injuries are really tough. I broke my collarbone when I was a junior, and I was out for 8 weeks. And so I really kind of empathize with the guys who do have injuries. That's a real trying time in a kid's life. So much of their they identify themselves so much as football players. Mm-hmm. And so we try to tackle that on the front end and make sure they know their identity as a child of God, not as a football player. And then when something like an injury or anything that goes wrong on the football field, it's not as devastating as it would be if you really, put all your chips into that. That being said, it's a really tough thing for a high school kid to deal with. So we pray with them. We try to include them into the team as much as we possibly can so that they don't feel detached. Try to give them jobs to do like filming, keeping statistics. Last year, Jack Bourne became Coach Ware's right-hand man on Friday nights, flipping the play cards. So we really want to try to get them as involved as we possibly can, and then make sure that they're getting the right physical therapy so that they can return to play.
That's great. Well, I mentioned the youth on this team, and you do have some returning seniors: Jake Ford, Christian Corley, Austin Bowling, Ryan Purdue, to name a few. But you're relying on some younger talent, and you got Austin Cosby in as a quarterback for the first time at the varsity level, along with some underclassmen. How much pressure is there on them to perform this year?
I don't really. I try to avoid putting pressure on kids. Inevitably, they're going to feel that pressure themselves. We try to teach them to control the controllables and not worry about external factors such as the result of a game, the opinions of fans, or people in social media. There's a lot of anxiety out there in the world for teenagers these days, and we want to try to insulate them from that and teach them to focus on your attitude, your effort, and your execution. If you only focus on those 3 things, I promise you'll have plenty to think about. And by focusing on the things you can control, that kind of helps occupy your mind and gives you a better ability to crowd out that noise and that fear and that anxiousness. We want our players to play fearless and confidently and to know that they're not alone. They got teammates. They've got to just do their 1/11th on the field. And then they've got coaches that love them. And, our love for our players is not based on their results on the football field. It's unconditional.
Well, that's one of the million things that makes the experience of Grapevine Faith so different from other schools. So I know the viewers love hearing that. One of the biggest differences this year for the Lions is a new district realignment. You move from a 5-team district to a new 6-team district with 2 West Texas teams in Lubbock Trinity Christian and Midland Christian. And your first round opponent of the playoffs last year, Fort Worth All Saints, is now a district game for you.
That's right.
Talk about some of the challenges you anticipate with kind of this new alignment in the district.
It's a really quality district from top to bottom. There's really no bad teams. Everybody in it is good. It's going to be a dogfight in the standings. But we want to really spend the next 5 weeks of non-district play building as quality of a team as we can possibly get. That might mean experimenting with different lineups or trying guys at different positions, trying different schemes, and maybe kind of going about it by process of elimination and kind of trial and error. And hopefully by the time our first district game rolls around, we've figured it out what our best formula is so that we can go out there and be at our best.
Well, let's turn our attention to this week's matchup against St. Michael's coming up from Austin. Coach Rombach is looking to rebound after his first year. He had kind of a tough start his first year. What do you expect to see from the Crusaders in this game?
They're a pretty talented team. Offensively, they're actually really similar to Legacy. So our scrimmage last week and the formations and blocking schemes that we had to prepare for really come in handy. So defensively, I'm really happy about that. For our offense, their defense, I would say the strength of their team is in their defense. They've got a safety that's really good. They're up front. They're pretty solid. This is a good test for our team. And we're happy that they have to have a 3-hour bus ride up to the game to match our bus ride coming back from the retreat on Friday as well. So that comes in handy for sure.
Hopefully evens it out a little bit.
Right.
Well, like you, Coach Rombach played college football, and I'm curious, how much do you pull from your own experience as a player with regards to your coaching philosophy, or do you rely more on maybe your coaching experience or a mentor that you've coached with? How much do you pull from your college experience as a player when you kind of with your philosophy?
I was talking to the players the other day about my experience as a scout team player at UT. I think that was a good experience for me because I was a starter in high school, and then a backup guy in college. So that experience helped me kind of experience both sides of what it's like to be a player. I talked to them about, if I'm playing offensive line on the scout team, which is not my natural position. If I went to the right, it was on NFL veteran Corey Redding. If I blocked to my left, it was on Casey Hampton, who played for the Steelers for like 12 years. And how those guys were different than the rest of the guys at UT, in that they really demanded that I go as hard as I could, and they did not like it if I took a play off, even if it made them look good, because they viewed it as their job, and it was going to hurt them at their job if I didn't help them get better. So I thought that was a good story for the players, and stresses the importance of scout team, not just for our backup players in their role on scout team, but for our starters and how much they appreciate and demand from the scout team players. We don't want any brother-in-lawing out there.
Right. Sounds a little bit like that movie Rudy. There's some takeaways there, some similarities. So,
yeah.
Well, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights, and we're excited to get the season underway. Coach, good luck this Friday night, and we'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thank you.
That's Grapevine Faith head coach, Bobby Holland, here on the Bobby Holland Show. Your Lions host the Crusaders from St. Michael's and Austin, right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network, coming up next.
Well, we welcome you to the home opener for Grapevine Faith here at Grapevine Ford Field. Alongside Jack Wharton, this is Steve Anthony, our first broadcast of the evening and the season. And folks, anything that could go wrong has gone wrong. And we're working out some keys tonight. But we're excited to be here, and we're glad to be playing some football. Jack, I don't care who you are in Texas, man, there's nothing like Friday Night Lights.
Man, it's going to be a good one, Steve. I've been waiting since a bad taste in our mouth since that playoff loss against All Saints. I found that you have figured out to get closer to me. We have the one microphone. But thank you anyway. But I think we need to cut out. There's 32 bones in the jawbone. We just need to punch them all right now on the first draft, Steve.
32 bones in
32 bones in the draft.
Folks, you were gonna learn an immense amount of trivia and knowledge from Jack Wharton, our man about town. And we normally have some nice headsets that we're talking into. I wish I could turn on the cameras. We're literally talking into my iPhone. So yeah, it's a comedy of errors to say the least. You got to put up with the two of us. We'll try, and if you are listening to it tonight and watching, you would text us 817-980-7994. That's 817-980-7994, and let us know your name, where you're listening from. If you've got a player, or if you're a fan of somebody specifically on the Lions team, let us know. We'll give you a shout out. Again, 817-980-7994. St. Michael's will take the kickoff. The Lions won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they'll be kicking off to St. Michael's. And you heard in the pregame interview I had with Coach Bill Rom, this is his second year like Coach Holland, and they had a tough Regis was the state semifinal, state runner-up that lost in the championship game to Liberty. They won that district, went 7-0 in that district, but they have rotated out, and so Coach Rombach is looking forward to this new alignment, as the Lions are for their new district. So we're getting ready to go. Thomas Hudnall ready to kick it off for the Lions here in this home opener, season opener for the Lions against the Warriors of St. Michael's out of Austin. St. Mac, one of the receivers back, he is going to get it about the 8-yard line, bring it to the middle of the field, looking for some blocks. Picks a couple up, gets out over the 30-yard line out to the 31. So good field position, good starting position for the Warriors.
With the tackle for your Lions, first down Warriors.
Yeah, that's a good starting spot there, Steve. With Steve, we're trying to move things around here.
Trying to work through it, aren't we?
Yeah.
Give you that defensive line, 4-man front this year. You heard Coach Holland talk about the difference. They were 3-man front last year. 4-man front, Austin Odette, Colton Cox, and Nate Demarest and Colton Edwards up front for the Lions. Linebackers, Owen Payne and Jackson Walker, the outside linebackers. That middle linebacker, Corbin Irwin, the anchor of that defense. Cannon Hunter, Tyler Brown, Christian Corley, and Charlie Donovan is your secondary for the Lions. So Nico Anderson, the tall sophomore quarterback for the Warriors in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers split to each side for the Warriors. Their first play from scrimmage. A man in motion, and that's an end around. They give it to ball's down on the ground. He picks it up.
There we go. Good job,
Andres Patino. That's Coach Will Music you hear in the background. You'll be hearing from him tonight. He's not even on the payroll here on the broadcast team, and you're going to hear from him. So he's up here in the booth giving a bird's eye view to the coaches. But a nice play there, Colton Edwards. And about to call it an 8 or 9 yard loss there, Jack, on that play.
I'm kind of hoping for a new press box here, Steve, so we can have our own little area. But between Coach Music and the stadium announcer, I don't know.
Hey, we've had work. We were on top of the press box in Houston last year, if you remember.
True.
So,
yeah.
All right, second down. Call it second down and 19 for the Warriors after that loss on that play. Another man in motion. That back. It's caught.
Oh, nice tackle.
Played it to Andres Patino. Immediately, Corbin Earth. You'll be hearing Corbin's name a lot tonight. Talked about Corbin being the anchor of that defense from the middle linebacker position. He covers a lot of ground, Jack, for a kid his size. He is so fast.
Yes, he is. He's put on a lot of weight strength-wise in the offseason, and he's very, very fast.
All right, gain of a couple on the play. So still third down and 15 for the Warriors here in this opening drive.
Oh, no flag.
Lions almost jumped offside, but there was no snap, so
they pulled the Lions play there.
They did. There's a snap back, fake handoff, play action. Oh, you do.
Who's back deep?
Delay game there against the Warriors. So they're going to back them up 5 yards. So they'll get another opportunity here on third down, but
Well, the nerves seem to be playing having a little effect on a couple of drop passes already, Jack.
Yeah, he kind of let that pass high, too. You're going to worry about somebody hitting you across the chest on that one. Alligator arm, Steve, alligator arm.
3rd down and 20. Ball at their own 22-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. One goes in motion. There's a little screen pass here, completed to Angel Cordova. He's still on his feet. And he's out near a 1st down. He's about 2 yards short. We'll see what the Warriors do. Nice gain there by Angel Cordova. That senior running back, he's also defensive back for the Warriors. And they're changing personnel. Looks like they're going to take it away.
Well, I see we're off to a very good
first series, and Jack is already on them. So, all right. So Noah Smith back to receive the punt. Warriors shuffling some personnel on the field as well. Carson Summers, the senior kicker.
Oh, man.
There's a timeout by the Lions.
Yeah, call it timeout. That's a waste.
Timeout on the field.
Well, Jack's, we're not even through the first series, and Jack's already all over the officials and the coaching staff. We got to dial it back, Jack. We got to dial it back.
It's not even the coaches on that one. That's a player personnel issue.
I don't disagree with that. Well, we're excited to have you again. Watch on the Grapevine Faith Network. Every game, home and away. We broadcast here on Grapevine Faith YouTube channel. And we're be traveling with the team. They just really their only out of town game they have, Jack. Even though it's away games, all the away games other than the Lubbock Trinity Christian game, even the away games are here in the DFW Metroplex. So the only true road game we have is to Lubbock in October.
And I can't wait for that, Steve, to show you a good time out there.
Man, that
we might not make it to the game.
I know Lubbock Trinity Christian's out there. What else is out there? There's is it Hardin Simmons is in Abilene.
Yeah, no,
there's another
Lubbock
high school out there in there. Oh, Texas Tech, 13th grade is out there. There we go. Just kidding. All right.
I guess you would expect see, I mean, we're coming out of timeout. We still don't have the right personnel.
Well, we weren't sure if they were going to come out lined up. They could have been doing a little trick play. They still could do a trick play, Jack. You never know. Let's see. Ball at the 39-yard line. We're showing that. Kick is away.
Oh, that's a
high kick.
Peter.
Field position here.
There we go.
Ball
Let's
hits
go.
at about
Let's
the 24.
Here we go.
Kicks down to about the 23-yard line where the Warriors will down it there. So 1st and 10 for the Lions. First look at the Lions offense here in a regular season game. They had 2 scrimmages here in preseason. Offensive lineup here for the Lions. Austin holding it left tackle, Bear Couch at guard, St. Anthony center, Ryan Purdue at right guard, Slade Curley at right tackle, Austin Cosby quarterback, Walker on the back, each of the wide receivers here short. Lions 1st and 10 from their own 23-yard line. First series of the game. Snap back to Cosby, pass to the far side, completed to Jace Walker, one of those receivers we talked about. No gain on the play. Your wideouts are Noah Smith and Charlie Bunch, and then Jace Walker and Thomas Hudnall.
You're on that left hash, Derek. You're on the left hash.
So 2nd and 10.
What you got, Freeze?
For the Lions. Big front for the Warriors. Some big guys up there.
True. Can you move?
Trying to draw off sides. Lions cheerleaders on the sideline trying to get the crowd behind it. Here's Cosby, a little fake.
There it is.
Got him open, Charlie Donovan on the far sideline and falls incomplete. He had about 3 yards on that defender, Jack, but just couldn't connect.
Yeah, actually nice toss by Austin. A little worried about his, coming off, not starting last year. When he started
Derek,
this
you're still on that left hash.
Hope he took a deep breath before he got out there just to kind of lower that adrenaline down just a touch.
Yeah, no doubt the
Here we go.
Juice is flowing for both teams. This being their first game, and
it's there.
I know they've been ready to get the gear on and get after it. So 3rd down, call it 9 for the Lions from their own 23-yard line. Snap back to Cosby.
There it is.
He's got Charlie Bunch open. Caught at the 45-yard line into Warriors territory. 1st down for the Lions.
What you got, Derek? What you got, Derek? Okay.
Oh, sorry. Well, he still had a couple more yards on that safety. Didn't come over fast enough to cover him.
Trey, can you mute Bobby, please?
First and 10 for the Lions. Hand off to Walker Little up the middle. Gain of a couple. They actually give him, looks like they're going to give him a yard.
Second.
So down to 9.
Okay. Yep.
Lions into Warriors territory for the first time tonight. Getting a play from the sideline. 28 seconds left on the play clock, so plenty of time there.
Make a move. Dang it.
Pass falls incomplete.
Austin Cosby, pass complete to James Walker.
Excuse me, they call it complete, and a loss of 1 on the play, loss of 2 on the play, so going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
3rd and 11, Derek. 3rd and 11. Yep. Here we go.
Everybody's nervous, even the announcers here. Steve.
Yeah, I know, right? We're just
sitting
dead
there
silence
quiet,
here.
yeah.
Just dead silence. Cosby back to pass.
Dang
He
it.
is taken down.
That's a face mask.
No, they didn't call it.
Yes.
No,
Big loss on
no
the play.
joke, Steve.
By Miller.
Big loss on the play.
Result of the play is
52,
Yes.
Miller Bonsack, the senior defensive lineman, in on the tackle. Officials have they're talking something over. There's a penalty flag. There's a penalty marker on the far sideline right in front of the Warriors bench.
flag down on the field.
It's going to be defensive holding, my guess, Steve.
Let's see if the Lions get a break here.
Oh, offside.
Offsides against.
Offsides on the defense. Lions will
Is that a
repeat
replay?
down.
Replay the down? Hurry up. 7, 6, 5,
The
4,
play clock's running down. See if they
3,
can get this away
2,
before it
1.
expires. Just barely get it off. Inside handoff to Walker. Little powers up the field, down at the 2-yard line. Going to bring up second down goal. Jack, we get some decent guys on the chain gang tonight, if I remember correctly. You want to give them a shot?
35 seconds.
Mark Edwards, Adkins, Braxton Corley on the chain gang tonight.
Second goal from the
3 of the finest gentlemen you'll find on this planet.
Got 25 seconds.
So second down and goal. Lions looking to capitalize on a key third down conversion from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. Another inside handoff to Walker Little.
Oh,
Follows a couple
Yeah,
of blockers, but he gets stopped.
way too high.
They knock him back. They're going to call that
on the
a
2.
no gain on the play. So third down and 2.
By Will Morris.
Lions trying to get a bigger push up the middle. Lions start the season with 3 home games.
Yeah, we're going to get it here.
Next week will be Homeschool Athletic Association here at Grapevine Ford Field. 7 o'clock kickoff for that.
It's the Steve Anthony bobblehead night. Get out of here early. The first 2 fans get the bobblehead.
Here's Jace Walker in motion. Austin rolls to his right, looking for somebody in the end zone, and he's caught it. Touchdown! Noah Smith! Noah Smith, baby! Touchdown, Lions! And we hope to have all of our audio-visual snafus worked up and worked through for next week's game. We were not able to get the camera to work, our handheld camera. We're having to use the huddle camera. Realize that is not ideal, but we're thankful for it. And our audio is through an iPhone. So, again, hopefully we're going to be able to improve that. How about the fans there, Jack? There's houses right up against the western side bleachers. And the homeowner on their balcony watching the Lions as they score their first touchdown of the season. Thomas Hudnall with the kick is through. So 3 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the Lions score on their first drive to take a 7-0 lead over the Warriors of St. Michael's.
Interesting play on that touchdown drive, Steve.
That's what I'm asking if there's a lag time.
Movement was to the right. Noah Smith
I
was
can't
back to
get
the left. Okay, through the defense out of there.
Yeah, I like seeing Austin in motion. He's had a couple nice passes. He did throw behind Noah, but he made up his offense to come in on their first drive.
I just can't click on him and look at him, and I'm getting the wheel of death.
Score. Punch in the end zone even, not even just the field goal, but punch it in for the touchdown. Good sized crowd tonight here at the season opener here at home. Jack is going to be on the road next week. He will not be here. He's got something more important than Grapevine Faith Lions football.
I've been at the Burger game next week, Steve. There's a lot of good things about it. I've got to try out with them. I'd like to go out to Bernie every week. Me how I have to drive and get after a Friday.
That's right. You love that.
They pay all of $10 since we won't get free empanadas and a barbecue sandwich here tonight.
Thomas Hudnall here to kick deep for the Lions. Good kick taken at the 10-yard line. Right up the middle of the field. Ben Brophy to the near sideline, picked up a block. Charles Donovan is there. Good tackle there by Thomas Hudnall. Big gain on that kickoff by the Warriors. They're going to start off with a great position near midfield.
Denver, I went to college with Ben Brophy, and I don't think he can catch. He still seems to got some speed, though.
I don't think that's the same Ben Brophy. I'm gonna just wild guess, unless he's been held back for 35 years.
Well, he has been academically challenged, that's for sure.
All right, so Warriors are going to take over with great field position at their own 48-yard line, trailing 7-0. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Do we know what yard line we started on offense?
Yes. 24.
Thank you.
Jack Wharton, the man about town with the amazing stats. Patino in motion, lands up in the backfield. There's a hand up the middle. He's hit immediately by Nate Demarest.
Oh, man.
Big stick. Corbin Irwin with a big hit.
Oh, look at that kid.
By Corbin.
And look, I love that. This is an emotional game, but the guy hits him, and he's excited about it, but he doesn't,
Bring it down.
I did what I was supposed to do.
Yeah.
Corbin's a great kid. Great parents. Oh, Roxanne anyway. I don't know about Barry's dad, but I'm kidding. Barry's a phenomenal guy. Some great friends here at Grapevine Faith. So gain of 2 on the play. Takes the ball right out to midfield as the Warriors start on their second possession of the game. Paradoza in motion. A screen pass to him out on the far side. Picks up a couple of blocks. He gets out into Lion territory, down to the Lions' 46-yard line. So, Jack, I don't know if this is 4-down territory for them yet or not, but it's third down. We'll call it 3rd down and 4.
Get a stop.
See what the Warriors do here on a key 3rd down play. Lions looking for a big stop here on 3rd down. Again, Lions leading 7-0. Inside of 2 minutes here in the first quarter.
Oh, he moved backwards. I would.
Yeah, we
that
thought
was
it.
kind
Yeah,
of an illegal motion
it
there.
was a false start of some sort, but they don't call it. So here's Nico Anderson looking for the snap, low snap, play action pass.
There you go.
Nice play, tip
4th
by
down.
Corbin Irwin,
4th down.
intended for Andres Patino. That ball falls incomplete. Again, we talked about calling Corbin Irwin's name a lot tonight. There he is again.
Punt.
Brings up 4th down.
Punt.
So Nico Anderson goes off the field, punt team. Well, they're lining up to punt. We'll see what they do here
Who's back
with the
deep?
ball at the
Carson Summers.
with the ball at the Lions' 46-yard line. The Lions do not have anybody deep. Well, there they go. He putting Tyler Brown back deep to receive the punt.
Back deep for the Lions to return.
Here's Schilling. Gets the kick away.
Peter.
Ball's going to roll
Peter!
down inside of,
Dang it.
well inside this, on down to about the 2-yard line. So
Yep,
the
we're
Lions
on the-
starting deep
we're
in
on
their own
the 2.
territory here.
We're on the 3, Derek. 1st and 10 from the 3.
Well, not the best field position, Jack, but you got the ball back. And you've got their offense off the field and their defense back on, which is what you want. So if you get a sustained drive here, put some more points on the board, that shows a lot for your offense.
Yeah, I think William Michaels, they're ready to punt the ball away because the punter's pretty good
Yeah.
and pitch back deep if they can and hope the defense hold. But you've seen this on our wide receivers. They've
Taking a shot
already
here?
kind of got that separation speed already from some of these corners. So
Yep.
I'm looking for
Yep.
about a 20-yard pass right here, Steve.
Oh!
Well, the defensive line is
10 seconds.
Lancy. Taking 10 seconds left on the play
9,
clock.
8, 7,
1:17 left
6,
here in the first quarter.
5, 4, 3. Timeout.
Snap back to Cosby. Just get the play.
Oh.
Little shovel pass to Walker Little up the middle.
Breathing room here.
Gets a little bit of breathing room out near the 10-yard line. So a nice little play there by
On the 9.
the Lions.
Derek. 2nd and 4.
Little shovel pass to Walker Little.
Play by Will Morris.
Walker Little,
Minute
just
to
a
go in the
sophomore.
quarter. Minute to go.
Saw some action last year as a freshman at the running back position. Had a foot or an ankle injury. I can't remember which last year, but
I think St. Michael's has seen the same thing I did. I thought they were
Good
going. They
call.
think they were going to go deep.
a nice little play there by the Lions to get a gain of about 7. Inside handoff to Walker.
God, he's got to
Looking
run.
to pick up some blocks.
He's got to run.
Yeah, he had an opening there, Jack,
He's
and then he
not running.
stutter stepped.
It's
And if
there.
he'll hit that hole, man, no gain on the play.
On the carry, brought down for
Maybe a gain of
Grapevine,
1.
Goldberg.
3rd and 4.
Falls out at
Third
the,
down.
we call it the 12-yard lines. Where the,
Hey, you got
excuse
the
me,
quarter
right
here.
at the
You got
10.
the quarter. You got the quarter.
My bad. Yeah, it's at
You
the
got the
10-yard line. So 3rd down. 20 seconds left here on the game
Yep.
clock. 24 on the play clock. So we'll see if the Lions choose to. I think they're going to let the
You
play
got
clock
anything you
run
want
out.
through
Go to
across
the quarter. That's exactly
That's
what they're
our
going to
work,
do. I agree with you, Jack. They've got some separation outside from their
Yeah, you got
receivers, from
anything
their
outside?
secondary. And
Brings us to the end of the first quarter.
I wouldn't be surprised if we start airing it out here. So we'll see.
The Warriors.
Lions, we're going from the south to the north end zone, from our left to our right. They will switch end zones now. The Lions will be going from north to south.
Western side.
Man, love the cloud cover. Man, a great night for some football. Reliant on Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud supporters of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs
Like I
don't
said,
work on
anything
commission,
flat,
and
anything
they don't
across
use
the
shady
middle,
sales
it's working.
tactics.
We got
So call 2 other companies first, get their price, then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877 Your Hero, and you'll see how they've been gimmick-free since '83. Also, thanks to our platinum sponsors, to Chick-fil-A in South Lake, TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Thank you to the St. Romain family and Chick-fil-A South Lake for their support of Grapevine Faith Athletics. And Victory Church, thanks to our sponsor, Victory Church. They meet at Grapevine Faith High School, on Sundays at 4 p.m. and on Sundays at 10 a.m. right here at Grapevine Faith Christian School at the high school campus. So thank you, Victory Church, for your support of Grapevine Faith Athletics as well.
To gold sponsors, Justin and Alicia Parker of Box Financial.
So start of the second quarter, Lions leading 7-0. They scored on their opening drive. The Warriors have stalled on their first 2 drives of the game. They've had to punt. They started their second drive from almost midfield, their own 48. And the Lions defense came up big.
What you got?
Woo! So here comes the offense again. At that last play, the Lions out at the 10-yard line. And they had no gain on the play after that, right? So third down and 3. Need to get the ball out to the 13-yard line. Walker Little single setback back by Austin Cosby. Snap back. Ooh, fumbles the snapper just a second.
That's a complete.
Gets it away. Yeah, he did get away, but the ball is incomplete. Complete pass intended for Noah Smith.
Down 4th and 4.
Oh, he got hit pretty hard. Looks like he just gathered himself a little bit.
The ball hit him in the hands, and he just kind of got away from for a second. Did it hit the ground, but he had to kind of threw it timing off, I think, a little bit back. I think it was a design play for Noah. A little screen pass there, a little bump off the flat, and that ball falls incomplete. Lions offense stays on the field, but the Warriors do have a man back deep. Austin Cosby here will do a little pooch kick, quick kick,
Good punt.
kind of a line drive kick. Goes out of bounds, mercy. And the boy, that is not what you dialed up there.
It hit the snap was just a little too hot. It hit Austin in the hands though.
Warriors.
Ball is marked.
Yes. It was a little to
waiting
the
on the
right.
side
It hit
judge
him in the
here.
hands.
There we go. So Warriors with unbelievable field position at the Lions' 29-yard line. So asking a lot of your defense here, Jack, early in the game, but they'll have to clean that up. In the special teams.
That's not going to do well for the punting average, Steve.
No.
Yeah.
That's what happens, when Knox Wharton chooses not to play football,
Yeah.
come out and try to punt, man. I mean,
Come out here.
First
what
and
do you
10,
do?
we had freeze, and we ran 31. Then
So
we
first
ran
and 10
11
for the
nothing.
Warriors at the
Then we ran
Lions'
10
29-yard line.
Or, I'm sorry, then we
That
ran
gets back
40,
to what we talked about earlier,
and we
too.
punted.
They have confidence in their defense and pinned us deep.
Here we go.
They pinned us deep, so now they've got an opportunity to come back
There's a
offensively.
handoff around the outside. Angel Cordova still on his feet, driving. He's finally taken down at about the 25-yard line. So gain of 4 on the play. And we'll call it the 26. So gain of 3. Good pursuit there by the Lions defense. We talked about this in the pregame with Coach Holland. You've got a younger team this year.
Second down.
17 sophomores, 11 juniors, and 6 seniors here on the Lions team this year. So young team. They lost big talent in Clayton Becky and Ian Wagner, Nathan Tristad. But the Lions are up for the fight in this first half. Big here on second, low snap. Anderson picks it up and pursues, throws it out of bounds. There is a penalty flag down by the umpire back here. I'm not sure.
Got to be offensive line, Steve.
Well, it could be defensive. I mean, you threw the ball away, so I don't know how you'd have any sort of pass interference. Oh, it was a man on field. So let's see what the. I think the Lions would push him back if they decline it. It's going to bring up third down.
I was watching that kicker in pregame. He's probably good for a 30 or 40-yard field goal. No, I don't know about longer than that, but 30 yards might be kind of in his wheelhouse.
We'll see if what the Lions choose to do. And yeah, they're going to back him up. You got to take the field position when you can, obviously. I'm going to stand up, Jack, just because I can.
Stay home.
So second down and 12. Costly penalty by the Warriors here early. They had the line stopped on third down, sack of Austin Cosby. It had an offside call that negated that. The Lions just converting that third down play and ultimately scoring on a touchdown pass from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. So now big second down play here. See if the Lions defense can come up big. Empty backfield for Anderson. Looking deep. Passes here on the far side. Complete wide open.
He's short.
Number 15,
He's
Michael
short.
Roy. Knocked out of bounds just short of the first down. Going to be short by about a yard. I would think at this point, Jack, you're going to have 4 down territory. I don't think the Warriors are going to want to walk out of here with anything less than a touchdown unless they have to.
Get loud.
That was a good play there, Steve. I like how they kind of ran everybody out, and there was nobody in that little zone. Good pass play there.
Yep. Yeah. Boy number 15 kind of faced a fly route, kind of up short.
They've got 4 down. It's really 3rd down, Steve, because of the penalty.
Yeah.
It's 3rd and 1.
It's 3rd and 1. The handoff by Angel Cordova.
First down for the Warriors.
The Lions had good penetration around the outside, but just a little inside, kind of a little trap play on the handoff to Cordova, and he gains the first down. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors, trailing 7-0. Ball at the Lions' 17-yard line. Had a 4th down deep in their own territory and had a punt, and that did not end well for the Lions. So the Warriors end up with really good field position, starting from the Lions about 30-yard line. There's a handoff. Oh, man. It looked like it was a play action. I don't know if it was I think it was kind of an option read there, Jack. It looked like Anderson stuck the ball in the belly of Cordova, and then Cordova kept running, and ball popped loose. That's been a good pounce on it.
2 fumbles that I know were covered by Faith, but that means the ball's a little loose back there in the backfield.
Good sign. If the team's going to fumble, it wants to be the team in white. Warriors all white, a pin 8 look. They've got all white Navy numerals, white pants, helmets, and white pants. So 2nd down.
Yes.
It's a man in motion. Screen pass here to the near side. Completed to Andres Patino.
Get the ball! Get that ball!
Coach Muse yelling for the ball to be knocked out.
Good pick up there.
Yep. Good run there. 3rd down. So bring 3rd down, and we'll call it 3rd down and 5 from the 13-yard line. 9 minutes, 28 seconds left here in the first half. Lions leading 7-0. Scoring on their first drive of the game.
Five is gassed.
See if the Lions can come up with a big stop here and a turnover. Third down and 5. Ball at the 13-yard line. Man in motion. There's a timeout. Look up. Timeout called by Coach Rombach.
Timeout.
He didn't like the matchups and what he had over here, so he's going to talk it over with his offense. Gives the defense an opportunity to catch their breath.
Timeout called by the Warriors before the penalty was.
Game's moving at a pretty good clip, Steve. Offensively, for both sides, been moving the ball pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a lot of balls on the turf, so that speeds up play.
Yeah, we're moving along nice. And
I bet these coaches that are playing outside right now are happy about this cloud cover across North Texas.
yeah, no doubt. And we're going to try to get you some scores from around the district. There'll be non-district games, obviously, but try to get you some scores of some other TAPS games here tonight. Opening night here for football in Texas.
I think you're going to see conservative play calling out of St. Michael's here. I think they're confident enough in a field goal kicker here. I bet they try to run number 5 up the middle, or on a swing pass like they've been successful with so far.
Well, and they've got Cordova in motion on an end-around type play. We'll see what they have dialed up here on this big 3rd down play.
Who do you got? Source of faith at halftime, Steve.
Hey, I'm glad you asked.
Thank you, Steve.
Jackson and Marion Greer, the great Marion Greer, director of admissions. Her son Jackson is a teacher, English teacher at the high school this year, an alumni of Grapevine Faith, and we had a great visit last week. Here's the 3rd down play. Anderson in motion. He's looking deep. He's in pursuit. He's knocked down. Great play. Mr. Partridge called the 6 for the Warriors. So they are. You're right, Jack. They're going to tee it up here. Figuratively, of course, it's kicking off the turf. Ball spotted at the 21-yard line. So 31-yard attempt. More than enough leg. And that kick is good. The Warriors on the board with their first points tonight. So it's at the 7-3 lead. 8 minutes, 16 seconds left here in the first half. And, Jack, I'd call that a moral victory for the Lions defense. They did not, the Lions punt and kicking game did not set them up very well, giving the Warriors the ball at about the Lions 20-yard line for take. And they had a short field to work with. Diaz came up big, had a sack, a lot for a loss on third down, and held in the field goal.
Yeah, I think Coach Rombach's kind of figured this. It's a little bit of a rope and dope here. may be on them.
Yeah, there is a penalty marker down. We understood that we lost sound there momentarily, but hopefully we're back. Appreciate the heads up by some of our viewers.
Jackson
Walker in on the tackle.
Unless he's shaking them off, maybe.
Let's see what they
Penalty flag down the field.
the linesman from that far sideline talking to the referee at midfield, trying to get an idea of what's
talking about it.
He's going to tell the umpire what the plan is. We're all waiting
to be on
to
us. They just started. I saw him point. Oh, no, he picked it back up. Nope.
Personal foul, face mask against the Lions. So that's going to be an automatic 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down. And that is not what you needed after a big stop on second down. So that moves it deeper into Lions territory, down to the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Warriors. And once again, putting your defense in a really tough spot for the second drive in a row. So we'll see what they can do here. Warriors with three receivers here on the near side. Single set backcourt over in the backfield with Anderson. Out of the shotgun. Snap back. Hand off to Cordova.
Wow.
And he's off to the races. And he's down the far sideline. He is in for the score. Touchdown, Warriors. No flags on the play.
Cordova carries it in for the Warriors. Touchdown.
Well, you had a heavy set offense here on the near sideline with three receivers. And I think everybody thought the play was coming here to the near side, but they just did a little trap play there to Cordova, and he just took it around the left side. Then once he broke through the secondary, it was all him.
Yeah, you kind of hope that first couple drives we had that kind of dominated both offensively and defensively. This is kind of taking the wind out of the sails of the crowd here.
Yeah, it's quieted. It's definitely quieted the.
Carson Summers lines up for the
definitely quieted the Grapevine faithful for sure. That kick is up and good.
That brings our score.
So the Warriors now lead 10-7. 6 minutes, 8 seconds left here in the first half. The Lions will get the ball at the start of the second half. Won the toss to defer the second half. So they get the ball to start the second half. But in the meantime, right now, they've got to work on staying drive on that offense. Give the defense a rest and try to put some points on the board.
31 players coming back from the team last year. Just 2 lettermen, though. So they've got a little bit of experience, but not like solid work experience. So maybe that's what they're relying on right now.
Yeah, Coach Rom talked about some of his players. Mentioned, obviously, Joe Anders, the quarterback, and Cordova, both sides of the ball. And Cordova just caused damage on that long run. About a 12-yard run, 21-yard run there for the score. Jace Walker and Charlie Donovan back deep for the Lions.
Yes, sir.
Carson Summers lines up for the Warriors. Jace Walker and Charlie Donovan.
So Carson Summers here, senior kick. Jace Walker's going to get it at the 2-yard line. Ball hits the ground, picks it up, comes back to the middle looking for some blocking. And some tough sledding there. Does get out over the 15-yard line, but he stopped short at about the 17 from getting to the 20. So maybe a few nerves at work there.
On the 17, Derek.
So ball at the 17-yard line where the Lions will start 1st and 10.
You got 6:02 here, Steve. I think you kind of make that sustained drive here if you can. Get to the halftime, maybe get a score in before. Obviously want to get a score in before, but sustained drive with some points at the end, kind of leave a little bit on the clock for St. Michael's.
Well, they found it tough running the football, and there's Walker Little in motion. There's a screen pass here to him on the near side, picks up a block, runs into the defender, number 1, Ben Brophy, and gain of, call it 1 on the play, so it didn't quite materialize the way that they wanted it to.
No, and those plays are trying to more of a design toss, really, Steve, to get that running back to the outside. And like you said earlier, we're not having success in the middle. Trying to get that running back to the outside might be beneficial.
So 2nd down and 9.
Watch for that play to develop into a fake later on, Steve.
Everybody, I like it. There's a snap back.
There it is.
Pump back. Pump fake. He's had Charlie Donovan in the pattern, but he was overthrown. Good coverage there by number 17, Roland Goldberg, sophomore.
39
Warriors.
3rd down.
Stops the clock with 5 minutes, 25 seconds left. Jack, if you don't get a first down here, man, you're gonna, again, with the way the kicking game's gone, you're gonna give them probably another shot at good field position with plenty of time on the clock. Coach Ware giving the play in from the sideline. Cosby in the backfield and shotgun with Walker Little to his right. 2 receivers on each side. And then the little shovel pass to Walker and hit immediately by Ben Brophy. Ben Brophy's been all over the field tonight for the Warriors. That's a loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 4th down and 10. And the Lions are going to have to punt again. Defense up off the bench already, getting their helmets on, and sure some frustration on their part, and definitely frustration on the offense's part, not being able to move the ball here.
Yeah, you really don't want that defense on the field that often either. You just kind of drain it, despite the fact that it's cloud over is rolling. It's still hot and humid out there.
A kick partially blocked.
Can we not get Ray in there?
And that's to give the Warriors, again, awesome field position at the Lions 20-yard line. So they got penetration on the kick, got their hand on it, blocked it, knocked it down, and fumbles that. It was about a 10-yard kick. So they're going to have to figure it out at halftime as well.
Yeah, get that offense over the sideline. Just tell them to keep their heads up, Steve. You don't want the momentum going to the other side. Hey, it's frustrating. It's the first game of the year. Some of these kids probably didn't even know where the locker room was when they showed up today. But, they just got to keep their heads up and start trying to play football.
We mentioned Lions with 3 home games to start the season. Next week against Homeschool Athletic Association here at Grapevine Ford Field, the following week against Cistercian here on campus. So 1st and 10 for the Warriors. The dreaded and hated. 1st and 10, ball at the 27-yard line. There's Cordova around the outside, that same play that he just scored a touchdown on, and a big gain on 1st down. Out inside the 25-yard line to the 23. Tyler Brown on the stop for the Lions, but not until they gain 5 yards.
I think you're going to get a steady diet of Cordova and Patino. I think they've figured this out, that they can run the ball.
Yep. They're favoring that left side. With Cordova on a little inside handoff to Cordova and Patino back in the backfield with Anderson. 2 receivers here on the near side. Patino in motion. There's that little screen pass that they've done.
That's a ball! That's a live ball! That's a live ball!
Nobody's called it. Yeah, Coach Music was screaming live ball there, and they do blow it dead. So
Nico Anderson pass
Coach Music on the call there. You love it. So big 3rd down here for the defense, Jack.
Yeah, you're not seeing down.
Sorry, Gene, if I just yelled in your ear.
You're not seeing Anderson trying to throw the ball deep. He's short and sweet.
Yeah,
and it's mostly to the running backs out of the backfield. And then you got a running play, and they found success running for sure. And I think they're finding success with that tiny little screen pass.
Yeah, that one pass, about a 15-yard pass to Michael Roy on that big 3rd down play early in the game. Everything else has been kind of screen pass. The ball hits the ground. There's Cordova trying to get to the outside. He finds a block, and he's out near the 1st down.
Ball down over there?
Okay. On the carry.
Let's see where they spot it. And it is right near the 1st down marker, Jack. That is
4th down.
Maybe. I guess they're going to call it a yard short. So offense stays on the field. Yeah, their screen passes have come to the right side, to the near sideline this quarter. And those handoffs have been to the left side.
You're not going to run this play unless you think you're going to be successful in it. I think they like their kicking game, too. So I think they're going to run this ball to the left. I think it's going to be Cordova.
Yep.
Cordova.
And there it is. Yep. Piles up the middle. And he blasts forward, and he's got enough for the 1st down. He needed to get to the 22, and he's down near the 21, almost to the 20-yard line. So more than enough for the 1st down. Lions, I think, were really hoping for a stop there. Corbin Irwin's got his hands on his. I don't know if he's injured or just frustrated.
I think if we could get a 12th player out there, I'd put him on that right side or left side.
The right side of the defense.
Side. Sorry about that, folks.
Yep. Nope. I knew exactly what I was tracking. Cordova in the I formation back behind Anderson here on 1st down and 10. Clock running 2:45 left here in the 1st half. Warriors leading 10-7. Snap back to Anderson. Hand off to Cordova. Cuts the start of the middle. Cuts out to the left. Still on his feet. Finally taken down, but a big gain there on first down, a gain of about 7. So the ball's inside the 10-yard line now, down to the 9-yard line. Second down, we'll call it second down and 3. Warriors can get a first down without scoring. Lions defense being asked to come up big here on this drive. Again, Warriors leading 10-7. Right at 2 minutes left here in the first half. Snap back to Anderson. Hand off to Cordova here on the near side. And he's taken down. Good tackle there by Corbin Irwin. Jackson Walker in there on the tackle as well. So a nice run there by Cordova. They changed it up on us, Jack. Everything with Cordova was going to the left.
Yeah.
They brought it to the near side, to the right side that time. So the Warriors with great field position. First and goal from the 4-yard line. Clock with the minute 45. They don't seem to be in a too big of a hurry to get the play off. Anderson trots in from the sideline. 20 seconds left on the play clock, so plenty of time there. Remind you to stick around at halftime for our Stories of Faith this week. Director of Admissions Marion Greer and her son Jackson, who's a high school English teacher, and the journey that brought him back to Grapevine Faith as an alumni. Receivers are far still on the near side. There's an off to Cordova. He's got penetration initially, and he's in for the touchdown.
Yeah, that left side was getting hammered.
Yeah, Corbin had a shot at him, but he got up with a offensive lineman that was engaged and couldn't get around him in Cordova with too much speed. Give him a lot of credit, man. He's a good little running back for the Warriors. So that makes our score 16-7. 1 minute, 12 seconds left here in the first half, with the extra point still to come. And the Lions, after holding the Warriors on their first 2 drives of the game, and the Lions scoring on their first drive, it's been a game of field position. The Warriors have not had to work that hard. They've started their last 3 drives from inside the Lions' 35-yard line. And there's the kick. It is up, and it is good. So, minute 12 left here in the first half, as we mentioned, 17-7. And the Warriors going to kick. And again, we talked about earlier, Jack, on that last drive. We were saying maybe they just are conservative and run the ball, try to run the clock down, but then they couldn't get that done. And the passing game has been inefficient versus the first quarter from what we saw. So,
yeah, I think what you need to take away is that first drive you had, very successful. Good mix of running and passing, good passing of deep and short. Just kind of take a snapshot in your mind about that, and then hopefully you can repeat that again. Rinse, repeat, Steve. Rinse and repeat.
Wash, rinse, and repeat. Jackson Walker, Jake Walker, and Charlie Donovan back deep for the Lions. Carson Summers, the senior kicker for the Warriors, here to kick it off from the Warriors' 40-yard line.
Carson Summers lines it up to kick it off for the Warriors. Jace Walker and Charlie Donovan.
Interesting to see what the Lions can do here on this return. They can get some decent field position, Jack. I think there's time on the clock. Caught by Donovan.
Fair catch.
Fair catch at the 5-yard line, so that's going to bring it out.
All right, here we go. Let's go.
So not to bring it out. What eliminates any time running off the clock and gets the ball out at the 20-yard line, if I'm not mistaken. .25, excuse me. They're going to mark it at the 25. This is way better than the your own 5 or 6 yard line, Jack.
Yeah.
Where we started last time. Cosby in the shotgun with Walker Little to his left. 2 receivers split on each side.
I like Walker Little to the right.
It's to his left, though, to Austin's left. There's a pass deep downfield. Looking for Charlie Donovan. Thrown incomplete. Adrian Paradoza, the second in the pattern, along with Jacob Garcia.
No, I'd like to see Little get out to the right with the ball. I think we've had some struggles to the left, running the ball, trying to pass the ball to the left. But I think if we get Walker out to the right, we may have some success.
Yep. See what Ware dials up here on 2nd down and 10 after that first down pass falls incomplete. The Warriors shuffling some personnel, and they call timeout. They did not match up well, or didn't like their scheme as they had on the field. So they had a lot of shuffling, 5 or 6 guys on and off the field. So they called timeout. Try to get you some scores here momentarily from around TAPS here in Texas. And all non-district games, obviously, with this being the opening weekend, opening night for high school football. Jack, I'm going to be out in a few weeks on a business trip, and you've got special guests that's going to be joining you. You're going to be doing the play-by-play, and you got somebody that's going to be joining you on color commentary. You want to talk about that?
I don't want it to go crazy, but I want Taylor Swift as the color commentator. That would be no. Matt Sobecki, father of Clayton Sobecki, Air Force signee, will be in the booth with me that week. We'll probably have some guests trotting through this booth that night. It's going to be kind of a free-for-all because it'll be the worst play-by-play.
Well, of course, Jack. Folks, I told you earlier that we were having audiovisual problems, and of course, our broadcast stream goes down right when we score a touchdown. So it's a comedy of errors now. But the Lions just scored. That was a great drive. They only had about a minute 40 on the clock, and they take the ball down, some great passes, and Austin Cosby finds his favorite receiver, Noah Smith.
Oh, God.
Ball hits the uprights. That ball kick is no good. Warriors lead 17-13, 27 seconds left here in the first half. But just huge credit here for the offense. Coming out after two or three stall drives that they couldn't do anything with the ball, and managed some key third down plays, big passes and receptions from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. Finally, they're on the touchdown, but nice drive there here with about 27 seconds left in the first half.
Yeah, we talked about keeping that snapshot of what they did on that first drive. They kind of did it there. Not a whole lot of concern on the sideline. Just came out and started throwing the ball. Good distances for Austin Cosby. Hit his receivers. I didn't see anything that was really way out of whack on his throws either, too. So kind of on the numbers.
Yep.
On the kick.
He's had some nice passes from the pocket, as well as he's had to roll out to his right a couple of times. He's made some nice passes on the move. So the Lions will
That sounds
kick.
good to me. Yep.
I mentioned the Warriors uniform earlier. The Lions in their home red uniforms, red pants, white socks, the red jerseys with the white numerals, and their white helmets with the red Lions logo on it. Thomas Hudnall here to kick for the Lions. Again, Warriors leading 17-13, 27. There's a pooch kick right down the middle, and
Get that ball.
fielded by one of the upbacks and down to the 29-yard line. So 1 second rolls off the clock there.
Final kick is fielded by Evan Glass. First down, Warriors.
So let's see what the Warriors choose to do. They do have one timeout left here in the first half. They had to take one early in the game and then one in the second quarter, which I'm sure they're wishing right now they had those back. Good turnout here from the Lions faithful. The student section is full. They're lined up along the fence.
Well, they had the retreat, Steve. I think they all went home after they got home and
Yeah.
took a nap. So they're all fired up
That's
now.
one thing we didn't talk about was the sophomore, juniors, and seniors were all on retreat this week. Coach Holland and he looked at the 3-hour drive that the Warriors had to take up here. He's going to line up in a pitchy formation. We'll see if Nico Anderson actually takes a knee, or if just going to take a knee. And going to run the clock out. He had a 17-13 lead. So, again, the Lions will have the ball to start the second half. And we'll be back after our stories of faith to talk about some first half highlights. And Jack will have a few stats for us.
Okay.
Jack,
We are going to wait.
with you.
We are going to wait for the clock to run down officially here. And then blow the whistle at the end of the first half. So the Lions score on their very first drive of the game and the very last drive of the first half. I think they got to be happy with that, Jack. We'll talk about that when we get back. Noah Smith really having a breakout game here in his first game as a junior, along with Austin Cosby. So again, we'll be back for the second half. Enjoy our Stories of Faith coming up right now with Marion Greer, Director of Admissions, and her son Jackson Greer. Be back here after that to lead off the second half. Lions and going to the locker room in 17-13.
Well, it's the first game of the season, which means it's our first Stories of Faith installment for this year. And I'm excited to be sitting down with Marion and Jackson Greer here at Grapevine Faith. If you've been living in a cave for the last, I don't know how many years, and you don't know who Marion Greer is, I'd be shocked, because this lady never meets a stranger. But she is the Director of Admissions, and her son Jackson, who is a Grapevine Faith alumnus, is here as well. He's a teacher at high school, 11th to 12th grade English, so we'll be able to visit with them. This Stories of Faith segment gives us the opportunity to tell the amazing stories of the people here at Grapevine Faith Christian School. And as I mentioned, we're excited to have Marion and Jackson. So thank y'all for sitting down with me today.
Absolutely. Happy to be here.
So, Jackson, you're alumni and you're here on the Faith staff. That's going to be quite the journey that you took, kind of coming full circle. Tell us about that and kind of how that happened. How did you end up back here at Grapevine Faith?
Sure. Well, I don't think I ever expected to be back here at Faith. And really, as I was going through high school, I didn't really ever expect to be a teacher. But once I got to college, kind of fell in love with teaching, taught in public school right out of college. And then had a few gap years where I wasn't teaching. And slowly started to get back into the teaching world. Opportunity opened up here at Faith. Dr. Smith reached out, our head of school, and he said, hey, do you want to join the team? And my wife and I talked about it, prayed about it, and then we came back down here and had a spot for me on the English department in the high school.
And here you are.
That's right.
Awesome. And we were talking about earlier, you worked for Focus on the Family for a couple of years. Tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, I did. Focus on the Family, it's a nonprofit organization up in Colorado, which is a beautiful place to work. And I worked in the parenting department, even though I wasn't a parent at the time. Still am not. And I just helped with a variety of projects when it came to parenting, writing content, articles, podcasts, all sorts of stuff that were geared towards how do we help parents parent better in the crazy world that we have.
It's awesome. Well, so I interviewed Marion a few years back when we did the audio-only portion of games for a couple of years. I interviewed Marion, and Marion, I know that your family's everything to you. So as a way of introduction, tell us about you and Jeff and the kids. Tell us about the whole Greer family.
All right, I will. So I've been, yes, Jeff is my husband, been married to Jeff for 31 years.
That's awesome.
And we've had 3 children graduate from Faith. Jackson's our oldest, 2016. Then Jared was 2018, and Mallory was 2021. And I've been working here going on 18 years.
Wow.
And have been in the admissions department the whole time and have loved every minute of it.
That's awesome. Well, for probably every family at Faith, your first interaction, or one of your first interactions, had to be Marion, because she's director of missions, as I mentioned. And I bet it never gets old telling the story of Faith to families. Just tell us some of your experiences of being the director. You said 18 years now. I mean, golly, how many families have you impacted? It's probably countless, too many to number. But just what's that experience been like for you?
It is so exciting to see a family who's searching for something for their child. That's the biggest decision you can make. And when they get to come and I get to share what we offer here and how it can change their students' experience, but also it changes the family. It's a family affair here. It's not just dropping your child off to school. And so the parents find their community and friends. And I think that is one of the most fulfilling things, is to see it really impacts the whole family to be part of Faith.
Well, Marion's an A&M graduate, as is Jackson, and Jeff is as well, I believe, right?
No, Jeff.
Oh, he's not. Okay, yeah, I'm doing your little wolf or whatever. My wife Robin would be proud. Just kind of that journey back to Faith, Jackson. Now being back here at home and being able to work at the same school with your mom. Like you said, you probably didn't script this out, but how different is it? Well, obviously it's very different being a teacher versus a student. But have you seen the school change? Does it feel the same, kind of trying to view this through that maybe a student size? Does it feel similar, you think, from the student perspective, or has it changed dramatically since you were here?
I think there are some big changes, right? In some ways, a Christian school is always going to hopefully feel like a Christian school. And I think Faith, one of the best things about it is that its foundation is super simple. Like I can still recite the mission of the school because it was built into me for my so many years here. And that hasn't changed for the students. But the people that have been brought in have just changed the culture so much. Sports, creative arts, there's a spot for every student here. And I think that that's really cool that there are these corners that they can occupy that are, you can find your thing. You can find your lane that you want to do. I also think I've seen the leadership opportunities grow for the students. There's a whole different variety of things that weren't around when I was here that they're able to dive into and really, really get to find out who they are, what are their interests, what are their characteristics, things like that. So it's cool to watch the school community come together in that way around activities and whatnot that they've developed here.
Awesome. Well, and Marion, as you said, it's not just the impact on the kids, it's the impact on the family, and we've been benefactors of that as well for our family. So Tammy Peden, who is the digital and social media guru, I know she has a formal title, but she's that person for Grapevine Faith and amazing. She suggested that we interviewed the two of y'all as a way to start off because we're going to have some open house events that's coming up. And if there's a prospective family that's watching this, or maybe a Grapevine Faith family that has friends that are looking for a Christian-based school, we hope that they would invite them to come to an open house, and maybe they're viewing this. So if somebody does come to one of those open house events, Marion, tell them what they should expect. What does that look like for them?
It is a great way to find out a whole lot of information in one setting. So they get to hear from our administrators, hear the heart, the core values, the why of Christian school and who we are here at Faith, and truly get an understanding of what it means to develop and graduate authentic Christian leaders. And that's what drives everything that we do. They get to break into sessions to a division, particularly that they're looking at with a principal, find out about what that student would be experiencing. And then we have students and parents there that they get to mix and mingle with, is what I say, and they just get to talk and ask questions and see what a faith student looks like, and they can answer questions for them.
That's awesome. Well, it's so different. We'll talk about this a little bit too, but this is so different from other schools, and I love the uniqueness of Grapevine Faith. I love that they get to experience that and have that interaction with both students and faculty, and then also parents as well. I know that your faith in Christ is paramount, Marion, and you've got just that demeanor and that just sense about you, that spirit about you, and it's evident in everything you do. Talk about, if you would, just talk about your faith journey and how you came to Christ.
So I grew up in a Christian home. My parents, we went to church all throughout growing up, but it wasn't until, so I really had that exposure, but it came high school, Young Life and youth group were where I really found a personal relationship with Christ and learned what it was to grow in that for myself, not my parents and not my family's journey, but my own. And then I think it's just a constant growing process. You just learn more about your relationship with Christ and just God's grace and mercy and provision for you, different stages of your life. I think it helped so much in parenting. There's nothing that we can do on our own that can help produce a wonderful young man. And sometimes that's the guidance that we needed. We needed faith, support to do that as parents. That church, home, and school. You can't just have one of those. You can't just have two of those. Three, really balance it out to have that consistent pouring into your kids. I know there were things we tried to have. They became habits when the kids were in school and at home. And then when they went off to college, it was so normal to them to go to church. It was normal to them to find community that they would seek that when they got to college. And I think that's true, that they all did, because they had developed that here at Faith as well. And that was very normal.
Right.
And they would seek that when they left home.
Yeah. And I think we also saw what life was like in our friends in college that didn't have that, right? That didn't have the experience of faith, that didn't have the experience of community and going to church, and getting to see the outcome of that versus what we had known was really enlightening.
Well, you had that foundation laid by your parents, Jackson, but obviously, as your mom mentioned, it's that personal, decision. Talk about your coming to Christ.
For sure. Absolutely. Well, the term childlike faith, I've always loved that, because I do think that I encountered Christ when I was a child, and something changed in my life from a very young age when I was in elementary school. But the the moment that I think about when I think about starting a relationship with Christ, funny enough, it was actually in the summer in between my sophomore and junior year of high school. I was doing what every high school boy loves to do, which is work at the school they go to. And I was tasked with painting, which, again, every high school boy loves.
Who doesn't love painting?
Exactly. But the guy that I got paired with painting-wise, he was a staff member, a teacher here at Faith. And as teachers do, they show up around summertime because it's quiet and they get a lot of work done. And our Bible philosophy teacher was here. And we'd be painting and he'd walk by and we'd chat and whatnot. And he always, philosophy teacher, he always had hard questions for us, right? And he, over that summer, helped me kind of wrestle through some hard questions that I had. And I was actually working with a couple of my buddies in my grade too. So we would have these great moments, take a break from the painting for a little bit, and just talk about theology, talk about life, talk about purpose and all these sorts of things. And it was the first moment where it really clicked for me of like, okay, I can spend all day wrestling with these questions, but if I don't have a relationship, the questions are meaningless, right? There's something deeper beyond that. And those last 2 years of high school, really after that summer, were completely different.
Wow.
And like my mom mentioned, it became a journey of just searching through. I'm always going to have questions, but what at the center of my life is really driving me, and it's that relationship with Christ. So I look back, and funny enough, I'm in the same hallways where that conversation happened, right? And getting to have similar interactions with students and hopefully point them in a direction that I wish I'd been pointed at in an earlier time in my life. But that's really the moment.
Well, it just speaks to the fact that, you need community. God built us for community, and to have those friends that you were doing that with, and then having adults that could pour into you, that cared about you enough to ask those hard questions that you wrestle with and work through those with you. That's amazing, man. That's great testimony. Well, I'm going to change it up just a little bit. I was doing some research for our visit, and I came across this article in South Lake Style magazine.
Oh, gosh.
And Marion Greer, I printed it out, is featured in this. Now, I know everybody's dying to get in South Lake Style magazine, and you are stylish here, Marion. But in all seriousness, I love that it provided a platform in this article. Not a Christian, not a Christian-based publication, but they give you a platform here to talk about your job and about Grapevine Faith. So what was that experience like? That was a couple years ago, I think.
Yes, back to Tammy Peden. I have her to thank for that. That I was hesitant. I don't like to be in the big front of everything, but I do love this school, and I do believe in the difference it can make in a student's life and a family's life. And the difference is Christ, and that they can come here and learn to grow in a personal relationship with Christ and what that means, and to have people pouring into them. So for the school and for the good of the school, I took that on. And it's affirming when people come and really find what we say we're sharing.
Right.
So
we practice what we preach. Well, Jax, I mentioned this earlier. You got that unique perspective of being an alumni and now a teacher here. What if if there's somebody that's watching this is looking for a private Christian school for their family, what would you tell them about Faith? What makes it so unique from other schools?
Sure. And I think my mom alluded to it. Part of what we say behind the scenes here is that we want to partner with parents, right? Because we recognize that going to school, raising your kid, and living life, those are all intertwined. They're not separate, right? And faith, from the minute that a student walks into the door to the minute that they leave the door, hopefully they're met with that, right? The teachers, the coaches, the faculty and staff. Like, I played basketball here, and my basketball coach, my mom works here, but he has a relationship with my parents, right? And that has continued on even after I left the high school. You're not going to get that at every school, right? And that's cool and everything, but at the core of it, there's this understanding that we're on the same journey, the same path together, trying to pursue and find Christ, and what does that mean in our lives? And I just think that that's such a unique thing that I can weave that into an English lesson, and then it can be reinforced out on the football field or in the creative arts room. Every facet of this school that a student might interact with, they're going to get a flavor of that, an experience of it, while also recognizing that every student's different. Every family story is different. And I think Faith is just so well equipped with the staff that God's provided to allow that for students, and they get a taste of that here.
That's awesome. Well, Mary, you get the last word. What would you tell, again, probably you hinted at it several ways, but what would you tell families that are looking for a private Christian school for their family, and why they should give a look at Grapevine Faith?
I think the biggest things I hear people coming for are what I think we do offer, and it is their child can be known by the staff, like Jackson was talking about. that the teachers are here for ministry. Yes, we're a school. Yes, we're excellent academics, but they are ministering to the kids and to the family. Their child will be known. They will have opportunities to be involved in anything that they love: creative arts, athletics, a club, a business club, art, anything like that. So because of the size, we want everybody to try all different things and be in more than one thing. So being known, being involved, and finding an extended family, I really think that's what it is here at Faith.
Well, I mentioned this earlier, we've been benefactors of the Faith experience. And if you or someone you know is interested in finding out more about Grapevine Faith, you can visit grapevinefaith.com, set up an opportunity to visit, come to one of the open house events. You might get the chance to meet the one and only Marion Greer in person and see Jackson walk in the halls. But what really makes Grapevine Faith unique is the people. And so this Stories of Faith segment gives us a chance to introduce you to amazing people like Marion and Jackson. So thank you both so much for sitting down with me. We're so blessed to have both of you here. Jackson, we're glad you're back and teaching. And Marion, I hope you have another 1,800 years here because you're amazing, and just so thankful for both of y'all. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Well, that's this week's Stories of Faith, the second half of your Grapevine Faith Lions against St. Michael's Crusaders, coming up next right here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
All right, we are back here at Grapevine Ford Field, campus of Grapevine Faith Christian School. Halftime score, St. Michael's Warriors out of Austin leading 17-13.
Welcome back to the field,
Jack, you got nope, he's waving me off. I thought he had stats and he gave me the Heisman.
I had to go to the bathroom.
We'll get some stats from you hopefully at some point here in the second half. Lions out through their inflatable helmet through the tunnel. Cheerleaders lead them out, and the Lions will receive the second half kickoff. Nice end of the second half for the Lions. They only had about a minute 20 left. Minute 20 left in the first half.
It says it's searching for
and the
camera.
Lions marched down from their own 25-yard line, 75-yard drive,
and it's just
and scored with about 20 seconds left on a touchdown pass from Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. Their second tonight together.
To a Huddle network to record video.
Hopefully some renewed energy, and no doubt, Jack, they had to talk about how they're going to stop Cordova on that play around the left side, you would think.
Yeah, I think so. I think they found a hole over there. Maybe they got to shut it down. We were talking also at halftime that Romback over there at St. Michael's is probably trying to figure out a way to shut down Noah Smith
It's
as well.
giving me a wheel. Searching for camera.
Yeah, we'll see what kind of halftime adjustments both teams made.
And if you're feeling hungry,
Jace Walker and Charlie Donovan back deep. The Lions will defend the north end zone to start the second half, going from our right to our left.
And Jace Walker
We'll get it fixed.
Carson Summers back to kick for the Warriors.
Hey, let's play some football.
And we are underway here in the second half. Kick is away. Jace is going to take that at about his 5-yard line. Looks for a spot up the middle. He's got it hit immediately right at the 20-yard line. Popped pretty good. He pops up. Nice hit there. Ben Brophy. We called his name a lot tonight for the Warriors. He's been kind of all over the field for the Warriors on the hit there on Jackson Walker.
I don't know how that guy does it. He's 54 years old. Just kidding. I'm fine.
If you're just now joining the broadcast, all three of you or two of you that are watching, Jack knows that Ben Brophy from his
right here.
high school days.
College days.
And there's Ben Brophy on the Warriors, and we have determined after some investigation that they are not the same person. First and 10 for the Lions at their own 22-yard line. Pass to the far side, screen pass completed to Noah Smith, and he's tripped up immediately. Nice play there defensively by Zay Mack.
We did.
Sophomore defensive back for the Warriors.
Pass complete to Noah Smith.
Second 10.
No gain on the play, so second down.
Adrian Paradoza.
Second down.
Marker on the far sideline shows fourth down. But they got it fixed.
Well, that's probably Doug Atkins. It's not reliable.
Doug on the down and distance marker, and Mark Edwards and Braxton Corley on the lineage, I guess, line to gain markers, we'll call it that. Here's the second down play. Austin Cosby pass to the far sideline. looking for Noah Smith. He had to become kind of the defender.
Incomplete.
Excuse me, that was intended for Charlie Bunch. My apologies.
Third down.
Had that
gonna
pressure
go
on him pretty
no.
early, Steve. Couldn't get that ball out fast
Yep.
enough. Kind of had a hitch and then a throw, and I think he was open for the first hitch, and then the second one
Here we go.
double covered.
What you got?
So third down play here.
Good.
Cosby looking. Deep pass here down the middle, looking for Charlie Bunch. Nice defensive play there by Andres Patino.
Yep.
Knocked the ball away right as it hit Charlie Bunch's hand. So Charlie had a step on him, but Patino last minute came in and knocked it away. So nice defensive play there by Patino.
You know, I think on that one, if Charlie had just held his hands down just a second longer right before he reached up, I think he might have gotten a pass interference.
Hey, Lion fans, give it up for our incredible drumline instructor,
So
Mr.
the-
Fred Boyd!
So the Lions changed it up a little bit, Jack. They've got
You can get it to work. I can't get it to work.
senior Cade Johnson back to punt. Jake Ford in at the deep snap position. So great to see Jake out there. Jake suffered a serious shoulder injury last year as a defensive back. Low snap, but they get the ball, gets the punt away. Line drive kick, hits it about the 48-yard line. Brophy lets it roll.
That's better.
That is way better field position than what we've had previously. I'm not sure why Brophy didn't come up and try to grab that, but a nice kick there by Cade Johnson.
Yeah, 38-yard punt there by Cade Johnson. He's the goalie in soccer.
With the punt, Joshua Harris.
Now back into Warriors territory, so that's a victory in and of itself. The
Yeah,
Lions defense not having to guard only 30 yards of the field.
Yeah, we talked about this a lot last year, Steve. Field position is very key to our success. A lot of drives starting in our territory last year. If I go back to my stats, but I threw those away last year.
Here come the Lions. That four-man front: Austin Odette, Colton Cox, Nate Demarest, and Colton Edwards. We'll get to the rest of the defensive lineup here shortly.
Filling the box up there.
Cordova here on the near side, cuts it back up, gets a good block. Stumbles forward for a gain of about 4 out to the 44-yard line. Owen Payne, Corbin Irwin, Jackson Walker at the linebacker positions. Cannon Hunter and Charlie Donovan are your cornerbacks. Tyler Brown and Christian Corley at the safety positions here on the defense for the Lions.
Good 4-yard pickup there by Cordova. Kind of
Yep.
need to pinch that side right there from the corner position.
Very efficient runner. He's not real tall, but he's powerful. He's got a low center of gravity, and he's fast, but he's also powerful for a kid his size. He's been shown very effective already here in the game for the Warriors. Again, Warriors leading 17-13. Clock running 10-17 left here. Just started the second half. Left Cordova. Nice play there. Jackson Walker on the tackle. Loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 8. Jack, that's something they haven't had on those handoffs to Cordova is that penetration into the backfield. And Jackson Walker got in early and fought his man off and held on to Cordova for a nice loss there on that 2nd down play. So big 3rd down play here for the Lions defense, see if they can't stop the Warriors.
3rd and long is good, Steve, for the defense. Watch for the pass play here, obviously.
Yep.
Passing down, kind of get some pressure on him maybe.
Yep, sure enough, Nico Anderson looking to pass down the far sideline. Ball is well overthrown.
Here we go. Here we go. 4th down.
For Pierce
4th down.
Kovacs.
Good job, D.
Defended nicely there by number 7,
score,
Tyler
let's
Brown,
go.
the junior.
Well, they did what we haven't been able to do,
Yes,
Steve,
but
which
one
is
more.
shut down that run.
Yep.
So that kind of made them throw, and I'm not so sure Nico Anderson's a throwing quarterback.
Yeah, he's seemed very comfortable with those little safety screens to Cordova coming out of the backfield.
Yeah,
We're
the
good.
downfield punt pass is going to be difficult.
Yep. Jace Walker back to receive the punt from Summers, the punter for the Warriors. Lions hoping for some good field position here.
Boy, what a lot of pressure we had on that punt.
Peter.
Ball hits and goes down
We're good,
inside
we're good.
the 20-yard line, out of bounds at the 12-yard line. So good punt there by the Warriors, not returnable. It's right over by that sideline. Jace Walker wouldn't be able to get over and get it.
Lions.
46-yard punt. That's a pretty good little punt
Yeah,
there.
real nice
Now,
punt.
granted, it was
First and
rolling
10.
around the ground for about
There we go.
20 of it, but still pretty good.
Fans, a reminder that Reliant Air Conditioning and the
Second
Stewart
seat.
family are proud supporters and sponsors of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commission, and they don't use shady sales tactics. Call them at 877-YOUR-HERO. There's Jace Walker in motion. A little pitch on an end around. Fighting to get back upfield, and he is hit on a big loss there.
Jace Walker.
Couldn't tell who was in on that. But a nice penetration there by the defensive back.
Second and like 14, Derek. 13.
That was number,
Brings up second down.
I think it was Sage Gurasic. I think. Sophomore linebacker. Nice penetration there. So loss of 2 on the play. Second down and 12 for the Lions. Inside of 9 minutes here in the third quarter. Lions trailing 17-13. Pass across the middle to Noah Smith. Excuse me, to Jace Walker. Complete. And that's enough for a Lions first down. So a nice gain there. Nice pass.
3rd and 1, Derek. 3rd and 1. No, first down.
Austin threw it a tiny bit behind Jace, but he made a nice adjustment to the ball and reeled it in for a first down catch.
Yeah, but big 12-yard pickup there.
Well, the Lions' defense, we talked about earlier, doing something they couldn't do earlier and stopping the run, and then now the Lions coming up big.
Keep on zipping it. Here we go.
Jace Walker in motion. Snap back to Cosby. Pass across the middle, complete to Noah Smith. Another first down for the Lions, and another Austin Cosby-Noah Smith combination.
Noah Smith. Brought down on the play by Pierce.
Wow, that's a good 14-yard pickup on that one, Steve.
Well, you got to like that. Complete passes or get runs past the interior line so that the defense is in pursuit and wears them out. That's what you want to see. 1st and 10 for the Lions. Austin Cosby very efficient here. Inside handoff to Walker Little. Powers forward.
There we go.
Nice little gain of about, we'll call it a gain of 4. Like that gain on 4 yards there on a first down call.
6.
Walker Little on the carry.
6, Derek.
Really like that internal run they have there. Middle run there, Steve. It seems like they're trying to find something in that middle there.
Just running behind Jensen Anthony and Ryan
64.
Purdue there on that right side. Nice gain of 4 yards for Walker. Second down. Cosby here on the pass to the near side to Jace Walker. Escapes a tackle, escapes another tackle, makes a move. Another first down play for the Lions. The Warriors saying they have the ball, but he was down, ruled down. It's a nice play. Jace Walker made a couple of guys miss. And he caught that ball right around the line of scrimmage, but did all that on his own most. So we picked up a couple blocks.
Yeah, I would say that was 8 yards after the catch after that one, Steve.
1st and 10 for the Lions. Ball thrown 49-yard line. Snap back to Cosby. He's looking to pass. Chased out of the pocket, runs to his right. Gets rid of the ball, downfield. Oh, intended for number 12, Charlie Donovan. And couldn't quite come up with it.
Oh, but I think I would have liked to see Austin run about 5 more yards.
I was going to say he had room to run there, but he does like to throw on the run as well. So
I believe Matt Sobecki.
What was that last one, Derek?
Tonight. Thank you, Matt, for listening to our broadcast.
What you got?
Man, the great Matt Sobecki.
Offsides. Throw the flag.
Yeah, wow, that line was
My
looking right
goodness.
at it. Complete it. Oh, incomplete. Hit him right in the hands.
No flags.
Well, we are literally sitting right off the line. We're sitting right at midfield here in the press box, and we were looking right down the line of scrimmage. And 66, Josh Hernandez jumped over the line. I mean, you got a perfect view of it. And
he was in the backfield making a hamburger back there, Steve.
He was making a hamburger.
We sub?
3rd down and 10. Clock stop on the incomplete pass. 7:22 left here in the third quarter. Plenty of time left in this game. Warriors leading 17-13.
61.
See what the Lions
61.
have dialed up here on 3rd and 10.
61. Okay.
Good snap back to Cosby. Rolls out to his right. Passes on the run.
That's pass interference.
And that ball is caught.
Okay,
yeah, that's a first down. Another catch by Noah Smith. I couldn't tell that he caught it, Jack, but that's a first down catch. That'll move the chains.
I don't think the fans even knew. That was really quiet. We were trying to figure that out.
So I mentioned that my son Brooks Anthony my middle son is going to be in I thought he was going to be in the box with me next week, but he is not. My oldest son Evan will be here. Just moved down here from North Carolina. And he'll be in the booth with me. Jack will be on a trip, so excited to have my son up here. Then my son Brooks will join me here in a few weeks when Jack's out again.
Once again,
coming up the middle. Not prioritizing his life for high school football.
Steve, if I was getting paid the money that you are, I'd probably prioritize it.
You know what I got, though, today, Jack?
What's that?
A very nice gift from you, I must say, is the inaugural edition of 2024 Texas Football Magazine, Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine.
Oh, yeah.
And, man, it's like It's like having a copy of the first Bible printed on the Gutenberg press. I mean, it's like there's very few of them, and it's like I want to put it in a time capsule.
You can waste a lot of time reading the Dave Cable's Texas Football for useless information in there, Steve.
I want to give a shout out to our platinum sponsors, Chick-fil-A Southlake, TJ and Tennille St. Romain. Thank you to the St. Romain family and Chick-fil-A Southlake for their sponsorship of Grapevine Faith Football. And Victory Church, thanks to our sponsor, Victory Church. Church meets at Grapevine Faith High School on Saturdays at 4 p.m. and on Sundays at 10 a.m. So thank you, Victory Church, for your support.
I think you said 4 p.m. Sunday 14? And 10 p.m.
I know,
Sunday.
I tripped over myself.
Okay, right.
Thanks, Jack, for pointing out.
Well, I was like, golly, those people are meeting late at church. So
Saturdays at 10, man, they got that's a late night.
Hey, we got a new starting play. Sorry, Steve.
Here we go. Lions 1st and 10 from the Warriors 39-yard line. Inside handoff to Walker Little. Big gain up the middle.
Nice.
Trips forward for a gain of about 6. A nice run there by Walker Little on first down. Again, right up the middle there behind Jensen Anthony and Ryan Purdue on that right side. And the Warriors could not get penetration. So nice. The Lions mixing it up nicely here. There's another whistle. Let's see what the. There's no flag on the field right now.
God, probably just, I'll say something.
Jack, you weren't going to take a shot at the taps.
No, I wasn't.
That's a good way to end up on the suspended list.
Yeah.
See what the official referee's going to come over and get. Nope. All right. He just wanted to say, hey, how you doing, Jack? Bob?
See, you've left the door open, but I'm going to leave it closed. Kick it closed.
I tried to throw you offsides. Don't do it. Don't do it.
There was a head bob at the quarterback position. I stayed down in my 3-point stand.
Nice 5-yard run there by Walker Little on first down. So 2nd down and 5. Lions from the Warriors 30, we'll call it the 33-yard line.
9, 8.
Snap back to Cosby. Another inside handoff to Walker.
Shoulders down, walk.
Hit immediately by number 50, Danny Smith,
junior
defensive lineman. But gain of a couple there. 3rd down and 3. Lions need to get to the 29-yard line of the Warriors.
Yep.
Again, we've seen a lot of success tonight. Austin Cosby to Noah Smith. Lions going to reset here. Look to the sideline to Coach Ware to see if he changes anything up. Play being signaled in by Cody Bowman on the sideline, assisting Coach Ware tonight. Cosby looking to pass to the far sideline, complete.
First down.
And right at the first down marker, it's going to be a first down. And guess who? Noah Smith. Go tell Noah to let somebody else play tonight, man. That guy is absolutely tearing it up.
That was a pretty good play there, Steve.
Little kind of a little hook pattern there on the far sideline.
Kept that pass away from the defender, down low, first down.
1st and 10 from the 29. Snap back to Cosby. Good protection. He's got a man on the far side looking for Jace Walker.
Dang it.
Good coverage there by Andres Patino.
You got to really put that on the outside shoulder, Steve. That left it wide open for an interception on the inside.
Yeah, fortunately, Patino couldn't get back to where the ball was thrown. And
We're good.
Jace Walker's got a lot of energy in that kid, especially late in the 3rd quarter here.
Well, he's returning punts. He's returning kickoffs. He's a little Energizer Bunny out there. He's a little spitfire. All right, 2nd down and 10 here for the Lions. See if they can sustain this drive. They had a nice drive so far. There's a penalty flag down. Pass thrown to the far side.
Incomplete.
It is complete, although he's not running out to mark it. So it makes me think that, there's going to be a penalty against the Lions. Man, penalties have been costly in this first half for both teams. The Warriors had a couple early in the game that sustained some drives for the Lions. Legal procedure call against the Lions. So that's going to back it up, negate that completed pass. It's going to back it up 5 yards, make it 2nd down and 15.
Yep.
Again, St. Michael's Warriors out of Austin, Texas. Drove up this afternoon, I should say. And good sized crowd over there in the visitors' bleachers.
They wanted to come see what Grapevine had to offer.
Right. There's another penalty flag down.
That may be offsides on that one.
And he's got Charlie Donovan caught into the end zone for a touchdown. Lions.
Let's get it up. Sorry, pulling it back, Steve.
Wow. Well, that guy got this down.
He didn't have it down here when they were offsides, but that's the case. Nobody's counting that up.
Nobody keeping score on penalties.
No.
Lined up off sides, it sounds like. Yeah, it's one of the receivers.
It's your right guard, or right tackle.
Repeat.
He's in the backfield every time.
Now backs up another 5 yards, so erases that touchdown pass to Charlie Donovan. Down here. All right, well.
I heard that from the chain gang down there. They were just waiting for him to do it.
All right, second down again. Second down at 20, ball all the way back to the 39-yard line. Second down at 20. Here's a pass here to the far side. Completed to Charlie Donovan.
There you go.
Still on, knocked out of bounds.
It's going to be third and 11.
Gets about 8 or 9 of that back. Gives up a third down and 12. And costly penalties back-to-back there for the Lions.
Third down.
So reminder, in a few weeks, Jack's going to be out. Well, next week Jack's going to be out of town. My oldest son, Evan, will be in the booth. And in a few weeks, my middle son, Brooks, who just got married 3 weeks ago, he's standing behind me right now.
They have nothing else to do.
I'm telling you, they are bored on a Friday night. There's Austin Kazi looking deep. Intended for Charlie Donovan. Throw falls incomplete. Good coverage there by Adrian Paradoza the second.
Those are the kind of plays that next year are going to be perfect because you got more of that time, more of the consistency playing with each other. First game of the year, so that throws just as much as well.
Yeah, everybody trying to get on the same page. But Brooks Anthony in the booth with us here in a few weeks. Brooks, any words of wisdom you got for us tonight?
15.
I think if we can score a touchdown here, that would be amazing.
That would be amazing, yeah.
Boy, riveting information
Where
there,
are you going to
Brooks.
get that from,
Breaking
folks?
news.
Nowhere else.
I'm not really worried about losing my job.
Down in 12. Lions going to go for it. Caught back to pass to the far sideline. And completes to Charlie Donovan.
Hey, guys, get a left hit.
There's a fully flat down.
First down.
Noah Smith got clobbered. And he's like looking out his ear hole of his helmet, man. He got absolutely walloped. Charlie Donovan's having to assist him back to the huddle. Here. Noah got clocked, so we got a completed pass. We should have a 15-yard penalty on top of that.
Noah's dying.
Yeah, personal foul. Roughing the passer against the so the penalty was not against the defender on Noah Smith. Actually, it was roughing the passer against Austin Cosby. So that'll add another 15, taking half the distance to the goal down to the 9-yard line. So the clock has stopped. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left here in the third quarter. Lions trailing 17-13, but a nice drive here as they receive the opening kickoff.
You're on the 9. Just inside.
Hannah Hunter Smith is in for Noah Smith out of the wide receiver position. Thank you, Brooks. Pretty helpful. He's not even on payroll yet. He's helping. It's out handed to Walker Little. Gain of a couple there on first down.
Walker Little on the carry.
Second and 8 there.
Well, Jack, we've already had more success running the football in the second half than we did in the first half.
It's the same play every time, Steve. It's just to that inside kind of right middle of
that
line. And again, we see the same things everybody else is seeing, so maybe we'll wear down that side of the line, I guess.
What you got? Yep.
Walker Little in the backfield moving around here, kind of moves over to Austin Cosby's left. See what they have dialed up here on second down and goal. Cosby looking to pass. Pass across the middle intended for Charlie Bunch. And falls incomplete. Good coverage there by the Warriors. Brady Morris, sophomore linebacker in the pattern there.
Got 2 plays here. Third and 8.
One thing about this drive,
Noah Smith back in the pattern.
Really eating up some time on the clock. That's good for the defense.
Yeah.
They were out there a long time in that first half.
They really were.
It seemed like.
No, they really were. I don't know what the time of possession was, but yeah, you're right. It did really feel like the defense was on that field for far too long. But a nice sustained drive here for the Lions. See if they can convert third down and goal. Ball at the 9-yard line. Walker a little motion here on the near side. Cosby right across the middle. Intended for Jason Walker. Sandwiched. And ball falls incomplete. Jacob Garcia, junior defensive back on the coverage there. They're going to send Thomas Hudnall and the kicking team out.
It's okay. It's okay. We're good.
Give it up for the offense there, Jack, on a good drive. They couldn't punch it in for the touchdown, but
you're done talking about it.
That's a good drive there for the Lions.
Let's get points here. Our defense is going to get a stop. We're going to go get a touchdown.
Coach Ware wanted a touchdown, something fierce there. A couple of costly penalties for the Lions there. They they were driving the ball and moving. Had a couple of illegal procedure penalties. Kick by Thomas Hudnall is up, and it is good. Oh, and no good.
1 point game.
Field goal is no good.
He started to indicate good, and then he indicated no. That's wow. He had me fooled.
I felt like the guy on the right side said good.
Yeah.
And this guy over here said no good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even Coach Holland is questioning. Yeah, they start. Yeah, even the
What?
the coaches are saying, "Hey, you raised your hand for a successful field goal, and now you're saying it's no good." So. Coach Ware's in the ear of the official, letting him know, hey, this means good, this means no good. Yeah, there was initial indication of good, and then the back judge came down and said, nope, no good. So Lions remain a 4-point deficit to the Warriors. 3 minutes, 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. My lovely daughter-in-law, newest daughter-in-law, Katie Anthony, in the stands tonight watching her brother-in-law, Jensen.
There's that many people that don't have anything else to do on a Friday
I'm telling
night?
you, man. Hey, it's family.
My
Out here to support their brother-in-law.
Oh,
ball is down the ground. Anderson picks it up, throw her to the near
grounding.
side, and
That's
throw.
grounding. That's grounding.
There's not a receiver in the vicinity.
Incomplete.
How's that not grounding? Wow. Jack, there wasn't a receiver within 25 yards, I don't think.
Well, he may have been what they considered outside the pocket, Stephen. At that point, it doesn't matter. But I kind of felt like he was still in the pocket.
Well, I do too. He was still between the tackle,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
The snap back to Anderson was a good one. Hit him in the hands. He just lost it, so hit the ground. So ball falls incomplete on the pass thrown away by Anderson. So second down and 10. They're on 20-yard line. Inside handoff to Cordova. Cuts back up towards the middle, over to the left side again. Still on his feet. Finally knocked down, but a gain of about 7 out to the 27-yard line. So Christian Corley on the stop there for the Lions.
All right, Faith fans, we need you.
Big third down play here. We're inside of 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Lions still trailing 17-13. They had a missed extra point after the last touchdown, and last field goal attempt sailed wide left.
I might pound that ball to the left, try to eat some more of that pocket. This little rest for the run box.
We got 6 or 7 guys in the box right here at the Lions. They stacked the line of scrimmage. Warriors showing a heavy run offense. Yep, off to fake play action. Anderson's going to keep it. It's back. He's tripped by Cannon Hunter, but not until he gets a first down. So first time we've seen Nico Anderson run tonight, Jack.
Yeah, I like that play call for St. Michael's. They knew that if he was wide open, he was going to throw the ball. If he wasn't, he's just going to run the ball for the first down.
Kind of mixed up there. So that's not a formation or a play that the Lions have seen tonight. So they stacked the box with 6 or 7 guys and little play action. Anderson on the quarterback keeper, enough for the first down. So first and 10, ball at their own 34-yard line. Right at 2 minutes left now here in the third quarter. Man in motion for the Warriors to the far side. There's a handoff to Cordova here to the near side. Nate Demers had him for just a second.
How did he get
and he
through
escapes.
there?
I don't know. Finally taken down by Corbin Irwin, but not until he gains about 7 yards. So, again, another effective run play for the Warriors, handing the ball off to Cordova.
Run down on the play by Corbin Irwin.
I really appreciate Mr. Parch's excitement, but man, when we lose 9 yards, maybe just tone it down just a touch.
Take it down.
9-yard game.
Yep.
Tackle made by Irwin.
Well, I'm sure the moms appreciate the
I know.
the going crazy, right? All right, so here are the Warriors 2nd and 1 at their own 43-yard line, excuse me. Another handoff to Cordova, cuts it back up to the middle. He's got enough for the first down. Spilled out near midfield.
Angel Cordova with another carry.
Jackson Walker on the tackle. A couple other Lions in there.
And Jackson Walker with the tackle. First down.
See, another kid who's had a good game tonight. Jackson's had a good game. Colton Edwards has had a good game tonight. He's had a couple of nice penetrations, getting some penetration in the backfield. He was in on a key play earlier in this drive. But the Warriors have shown some resiliency. Starting to throw in 20-yard line after the unsuccessful field goal by the Lions, and they're now out to their own 48-yard line. First down and 10. Right at a minute now here left in the third quarter. Low snap. Hand off to Cordova, again around that left side. Breaks free. He's out into the secondary. Cuts out to, he's still on his feet, cuts out to the outside to the sideline, knocked out of bounds. Gain of about 30 on that play. He's out inside the Lions territory, the Lions 35-yard line.
Pushed him out of bounds. First down.
About 17-yard gain there, Steve.
Well, it seemed a lot longer. It was. Seemed like 30. Well, from where he ran, right?
Yeah,
Seemed like 30, yeah. Well, first and 10, and the Warriors are inside of the Lions territory here, driving. Well, I'll say the Lions defense have been pinned in a few really precarious positions tonight. In a few, not on this drive, but some previous drives for the Warriors in the first half started well inside Lions territory. The defense being asked to come up big here. Low snap, another handoff to Cordova around that left side. Corbin Irwin on the penetration and a big stop. And a pride of Lions on the stop there for Grapevine Faith.
I think Corbin just got irritated with him running all over that left side. Said, I'm just going to take care of this real quick.
He really did. Now, they give him forward progress.
Oh, my goodness. Gracious.
They give him forward progress. They give him a loss of 1 on the play. I don't really agree with that spot myself. That's going to be the end of the quarter. Clock is going to run out, but I guess we're just going to have a sit down with these officials, Jack, during the off season or the off week, and talk to them. That's at the end of the third quarter, so the Lions offense has a chance to have a chance to regroup. Defense has really shown some resiliency tonight and some fight. Really impressed with them. Colton Edwards talking to Coach Dickert, saying, "Man, I think he's talking about being held, or can't really tell. He's pretty fired up." Coach Holland's got the team out at midfield. Fans, a reminder that Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud supporters of Faith Christian School. Reliant Air Conditioning provides comfort to homeowners who don't want to be taken advantage of. Their service techs don't work on commission, and they don't use shade sales tactics. Call 2 other companies first, get your price, and then call Reliant Air Conditioning at 877 Your Hero, and you'll see why they've been gimmick-free since '83. Special thanks and shout-out to Jeff and Amy Stewart and the Stewart family and Reliant Air Conditioning for their support of Grapevine Faith Athletics here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
Your all-school sponsor, Reliant Air Conditioning and the Stewart family are proud.
I want to say thanks to our gold sponsor, Dustin and Alicia Parker of Box Financial, and our silver sponsors, Rodney and Stacy Meyer of Myers Pool Care, Leland and Chrissy Pennington of Pennington Concrete, and Ryan Skelly at Affinity Rate Mortgage.
We got a new sponsor today, too, at the silver level as well, Steve.
Oh, yeah? Who's that?
Silver Lake Marina, right here on Lake Grapevine.
Really?
Yeah, picked them up today.
Nice.
Yes.
Did you close that deal?
I closed that deal.
Got that commission check going to Jack Wharton.
Yeah, all of
Jack's is up
$4.
top unless he's got it working.
Make that check to Jack H. Wharton, Esquire.
Yep. Not legal in the state of Colorado.
So called it a loss of 1 on the play. We thought it was a loss of about 2. Second down and 11. Handoff over. Right up the middle. Big game. Finally hit. But Nance gets into the secondary. Christian Corley comes up and makes the hit. Gain of about 5 on the play. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
Christian Corley with
Nate's
the
gassed.
tackle.
Warriors need to get to the Lions' 25-yard line.
Yeah, we can sub. Nate.
Yeah, I'll say this, Jack. The defense is going to sleep good tonight. They've really been called upon several times tonight. Ryan Purdue coming in. Nate Demarest. Nate was not in the school last year, and he's back this year. He and his brother Ben and their sister. Great to have the Demarest family back here at Grapevine Faith. 3rd down and 5. Ball at the, we'll call it 3rd and 6. Ball at the 31-yard line. There's a handoff to Cordova. Finds some spot around the right side. He's spilled around the 28-yard line, so that's going to be about 2 yards short. And we'll call it, we'll call it 4th and 3. And let's see. Yeah, Nico Anderson. Offense is going to stay on the field. Nico Anderson over talking to Coach Phil Rombach to get the play.
Fans, I need to hear some cowbell.
I'm going to guess run, Steve. And I'm going to guess number 7.
Well, Cordova has been their biggest weapon tonight without question. Nico Anderson has had some timely plays himself, but
I need more cowbell. More cowbell.
Grapevine Faith faithful on their feet. Cowbell's going crazy, trying to create some noise. Warriors sending man in motion. He comes back. Oh, play action. Nico's going to keep the ball. He's running. Still on his feet. Corbin Irwin finally brings it down, but a huge
He's got to
gain.
come off. Dang it.
Nico Anderson on the carry.
And
Quarterback.
big first down there. I think everybody assumed it was going to be going to Cordova. I know I did. And it was a run.
Yep.
Corbin Irwin on the tackle. He comes up a little bit gimpy.
Hunter on the tackle.
Luke Kelly's going to come in for a play and give Corbin Irwin a break. No, he stays in. Nope, there he comes. There he comes. Not sure if Corbin got his bell rung or wind knocked out of him or what happened. Coach or Ashley Andrews, the trainer, is going to take a look at him. There's Cordova on the handoff, right up the middle. Still on his feet, driving about a 5-yard gain. I call it a gain of more like a gain of 7. Wow. Ball down to the just shy of the 10-yard line. So second down. Well, the Warriors struggled their first 2 series of the game, really moving the ball and putting any sort of rhythm together. But, man, they have really, right in the middle of that first half and here, right during the middle of the second half, they've done what they needed to do to keep the drives going and keep the clock running. Coming down upon 9 minutes here left of the game. Warriors leading 17-13 and threatening to score again. Second down and 4. Ball at the 11-yard line, handoff to Cordova. Cuts it to the outside, still on his feet. Finally knocked down, but enough for a first down. So that's going to bring up a first and goal for the Warriors.
First down, Warriors.
Corbin Irwin back in the game for the Lions. Well, it's been a hard-fought game in the trenches tonight on both sides.
Yeah, actually not what I expected, actually, Steve. There's been a lot of run game on both sides of the ball. I think I would have to go back and check the pass plays versus run for Faith, but obviously it's been a steady diet of running coming out of St. Michael's.
Well, they've shown they've got the weapon on the ground in Cordova.
Ball.
There's a low snap, ball's on the ground. Cordova picks it up. Hit immediately, and guess who's on the tackle? Corbin Irwin. Called his name about 100 times tonight. Ryan Purdue in there as well on the tackle.
And Ryan Purdue.
Let's get one of these fumbles. Let's go.
Yeah, the Lions need a turnover here, Jack. You know, the ball's been on the ground a couple of times tonight for the Warriors, and the Lions haven't been able to come up with it. Nico Anderson has the play from Coach Phil Rombach. He mentioned in his pregame interview they run a lot of the same offense and defense that they run at Linfield University in Oregon, where Coach Rombach both played and coached. He was a coach there for 16 years. Second down and goal. Nico Anderson on the keeper. Around the right side. Hit by Corbin Irwin around the 2-yard line. And he's knocked down there. It's going to bring up the third down and goal at the 2.
Stopped on the play by Corbin Irwin.
Now, the bulk of the offense tonight from Nico Anderson and Cordova. Angel Cordova, the senior running back. Nico Anderson, just a sophomore. A tall drink of water. I'm guessing he's probably 6'3", 6'4", maybe. It's not really been a super effective passer down the field. He's had a couple of screen passes and so forth that he's completed, but he hasn't needed to. He's done the rest with either handing the ball off to Cordova or doing the rest with his feet himself. And it looks like the Warriors are going to, let that run down, and they're going to call a timeout.
Timeout.
Clock stop with 7 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game.
Jeez, dude, this has been a long drive.
We doinked a PAT.
Yep.
3.
Try to get you some
8
more.
minutes of a drive right there from St. Michael's, and they're not done.
Oak Ridge 42-21 at halftime over Coram Deo.
The Owls of Oak Ridge.
Is that it?
Yes.
You've just some other scores from around high school football outside of TAPS. If I can get a refresh here. It's taking me a second. I think our internet tonight is a hamster on a hamster wheel. Friendship up 24-21 over Byron Nelson at halftime.
That's a little bit of an upset.
Yeah, I would say so. Mesquite over Arlington 14-13 in the third quarter. Argyle and Lone Star tied at 17 in the third quarter.
Whoa.
Argyle, they were picked, I think they were number 1, weren't they? At least in this is Alito. I'm thinking of Alito, not Argyle. You're right. Yeah, Alito. You're correct. Let's see. I'll see if I can find Alito. Cedar Hill over Midlothian 20-7 in the third quarter. Get back to those here in a second. So big third down play here. 7 minutes, 7 seconds left in the game. Warriors leading 17-13. Threatening to score here. Third down and goal on the 3-yard line. Nico Anderson, handoff to Cordova. Tries to go up the middle. Tries to jump over. They stop short of the goal line. It's going to be short. Just inside the 1-yard line, it looks like. So fourth down goals. What the Warriors decided to do.
I were well back, I'd go ahead and do it.
Yeah, they're going to kick it.
I was going to say, you got points on the board, and you know, you still got to make the other team win.
Yep.
Or drive to the touchdown. So, and like Coach Musing said earlier, we missed an extra point basically from there. So
here's Summers, the senior place kicker for the Warriors. Be a 18-yard attempt. Snap is back. The hold is good. And the kick is up. And it is good. Okay, so we had to wait to make sure after they signaled good that it wasn't no good.
the guy had to put his whistle in his mouth. Just put the whistle in the mouth and then hands go up. It's not that hard.
A couple more scores around the Metroplex. Colleyville Heritage trailing Red Oak 22-19 at halftime.
Oh, you don't want to go down to Red Oak. I'm going to tell you that right
now. Cleveland up on Corsicana in the fourth quarter, 7-0.
Yellow Jackets.
Keller Central losing to University. I'm guessing that may be Waco University potentially. 30-20 in the third quarter. The Keller Central Chargers are down there. Allen up 27-0 over Midland Legacy. Fort Worth Country Day 28-12 over St. Mark's in the third quarter. Alvarado over Godley 27-14 in the third. Who's the Godley mascot there, Jack?
I don't know. It's just down there. Lipan's the Indians. I don't know what Godley is. I was just down there the other day, too.
We got a boat race over in Plano, Jack. Arlington Lamar over Plano West, 97-3.
No.
97-3 in the third quarter. I'm not kidding.
I know. You can't be right.
Call the dogs off. Call the dogs off. Crum over Wills Point, 28-7. Plano East up 31-20 over Royce City in the second quarter. All right, here are the Warriors. Reset here, 6:20 left in the game. Lions trailing 20-13. Here's the kick. Jace Walker and Charlie Donovan back. Fair catch called for by Charlie Donovan at the 9-yard line, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Charlie Donovan.
Smart play there by Charlie.
First and 10, Derek. Here we go.
Lions.
Let's dial it up.
I know you know the Crum mascot, Jack.
I don't know.
Do you not? Really?
No.
28-7 over Wills Point in the fourth quarter.
45.
There used to be the Hams coming out of Crum.
Oh, here we go.
Pretty good
Alito and Denton Guy are tied at 23 at halftime. Man, what a brawl that's going to be.
Hey, by the way, those are two different classes, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah, because Geyer's what, 5A? Alito's 6A?
Yeah. Alito's 5A.
Austin Cosby looking to pass.
Oh my
Got Charlie
gosh.
Donovan here on the near side.
Oh, my gosh.
Overthrown.
Why did he go inside on that?
Yeah, Charlie was running a fly route that he cut inside, then cut. Austin threw it to the outside on the sideline on a go route.
Second and 10, Derek. Second and 10.
All right, so incomplete.
There you go. Flag.
No flag on the play. Pass here to the other side to Smith, stayed on his feet over the 30-yard line. Finally knocked out of bounds. Actually, he's not out of bounds. He's still in bounds.
Jacob Garcia and Brady Morris on the stop.
So nice little game there. Third down, and
we need 2.
Well, about a yard and a half needed for the first down. Lions need to get to the 35-yard line. Big third down play here. Clock running. 5:40 left in the game. Lions trailing 20-13. Handoff to Walker to lit up the middle. Nice game. Well, more than enough for the first down. Out near the 45-yard line, knocked down at the 43. Move to Shane's first down for the Lions.
You're on the right hash, you got a ton of green grass on the other side.
Nice blocking there by that front 5 of the Lions.
Okay.
First down, back to pass Cosby.
He hit it.
Charlie Donovan tripped up. And no flag at all.
Austin Cosby pass incomplete and
Well, Jack, there's incidental contact, and then there's running the guy over and tripping him up, and that's what happened to Charlie. But no flag, despite the.
Would you like me to say something, Steve? Or
Austin
just want to keep
defense
going
number
on?
3, Jacob Garcia.
Yeah, I'll get notice here, guys, that you're only getting the audio.
Call.
Yes. All right, hopefully you got video back up. Sorry about that, folks. Again, had a lot of technical errors tonight. We apologize, but thanks for hanging with us.
Penalty play. Ball start.
Illegal procedure against the Lions. Not sure who that penalty's on. I don't know if it's one of the receivers that's moving early, or if they're doing something on Jensen, the center, that saying he's moving the ball. But
I'm hearing in there it's one of the receivers on the outside.
Okay.
Derek, you're muted.
All right.
What?
5:20 left here in the game. Warriors leading 20-13. Cosby back to pass. Steps up in the pocket, runs here to the near side. Taken down by number 53. Big tackle there by Charlie Galuli.
On the play by Charlie Galuli.
Austin Cosby is slow to get up.
Third down.
Timeout, yeah.
And timeout, official timeout here. Austin shaking up on the play.
Kind of felt awkward down there.
Yeah, Galuli kind of rolled up on him, kind of pancaked him.
He was trying to get rid of that ball, just couldn't get his hands away from Galuli.
Yeah. The Lions have stalled a couple of drives and taken away some first downs.
Doesn't surprise me that Galuli
We have timeout. He's
injured
fine.
our quarterback, Jeff Galuli.
Man, I'm not going there, folks.
It's a little early.
It is way early. We're the first game of the season here, and Jack is already.
Well, you got to get on your toes.
Game next week here at Grapevine Ford Field, 7 p.m. kickoff against Homeschool Athletic Association, another non-district game. First 3 games of the season are home games for the Lions. So hope you can make it out. If not, we sure appreciate you watching here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network.
What you got, Derek?
Austin Cosby stays in the game. The Lions did take a timeout there. So Austin's
ability to get open and get the pass off. I mean, some of the stuff, first game jitters, I'm sure, but that's offensive line. Really,
season on, you're going to see some different decision making by Austin. He's able to read the defense and so forth. There's plays where he can skipper and run out of bounds for a gain of 5 or 6. Definitely want to be inside of these sort of penalties. There's a big kick here, Austin, over the head of the defender. It's going to a big roll and bounce for the Lions. That's going to roll all the way down to the Warriors' 6-yard line. A huge punt by Austin Cosby.
Yeah.
So that bodes very well for the Lions defense. If they could get a stop here, the Lions have 2 timeouts left, and there's 4 minutes 47 seconds left again with the Lions trailing 20-13.
I think they only still have 3 timeouts left.
No, they had to take the one because remember Austin was injured. Because they called a timeout, he didn't have to come out of the game.
Oh,
so the scoreboard shows 3. The scoreboard shows 3, but there's only 2 timeouts. We're sitting over here with the booth next to it.
Okay.
So 2 timeouts here for the Lions.
wow, that's some solid announcing there, Steve. Thank you.
How we doing?
Keeping track of the timeouts.
Hey, full system announcers
What
here,
you
Jack.
saying?
You got stats over there that we haven't even talked about yet.
Yeah, we're not probably going.
What are you saying? Tell me.
First game of the year.
All right. Here's Nico Anderson back in the shotgun. Over in the backfield.
They're coming off.
Off to get it to Cordova here on the left side. Cuts back in the middle. Corbin Urban again on the play.
On the carry.
Yeah.
Corbin had a big night tonight. That kid's going to
Most of the time coming from the outside when
Gain 2 on the play.
Okay, so I'll just.
You would expect them to keep the ball on the field.
4:25.
On the ground,
we might get the ball back here.
To keep the
Let's go
clock rolling.
score.
Yeah, I do.
Okay?
I do that.
Let's go.
Our D line's going to have to figure out a way to make a stop. Keep them contained and in the middle.
Yeah, but we're not having any problems on that side. We're having problems on the other side.
The Lions have shown some
Austin got
flashes
hit
of
on the other
greatness
side that
offensively,
last time.
Jack. They've had a couple of sustained drives, some nice touchdowns. It's going to bring up a long 3rd down and long 4 for the Warriors. So this is with 3 minutes 44 seconds left and the clock running, Jack. This essentially is your game right here. If the Lions are going to have any chance of getting good field position and a chance to come down and score with any time left on the clock, they have 2 timeouts as we mentioned. Clock running 3.5 left, but this is a big play here. You got to make a stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, watch for that play with Nico Anderson again. It seems to be working really well. And it keeps the ball in his hands, and he can just go down if he needs to.
There's 100% stop. Big play by the defense. Gain of 1 on the play. So 4th down, and we'll call it maybe gain of 2. Well, 4th and 1 is looked like they're calling it. I think there's no way that the Warriors don't punt the ball, though. Yep, sure enough, here comes the punting unit for St. Michael's. But a big stop there by the defense, right when they needed it, too.
Yeah, not really much time off the clock on that drive, despite the fact that they ran it every time.
Yep.
Timeout Lions.
Lions are going to use one of their timeouts to stop the clock. The clock was still running. So 3 minutes, 2 seconds left. We'll reset here. Warriors leading 20-13. Lions have a missed extra point and a missed field goal that they desperately would want back right now. But first things first, let's get the ball back, have a good return on this punt, set yourself up with good field position, and take it in for the score. Again, you'll have 1 timeout left, 3 minutes left on the clock. You know, this first game of the season, Jack, you learn a lot about yourself as a team.
Mm-hmm.
And
I agree, Steve.
The Lions have plenty to work on this next week. Sunday is a holiday, but they do have a practice Sunday night.
I do agree that they've got some room for improvement, but I'm actually quite impressed.
To receive the snap of a kick from around his 3 or so. Good snap. Good booming kick. Well over the head of Walker. Hits it about the 35-yard line. It's going to go out of bounds at the Lion. Well, no, it stays in bounds. They're going to down it at about the 28-yard line.
Let's go, Derek. We're on the 28.
An absolute booming kick.
We got a timeout left.
Boy, Summers came up with a huge kick when he needed it. The senior kicker for the Warriors. He's had a solid night tonight.
We got 1 to go.
A made field goal and 2 extra points. Or 3, yeah. 2 extra points. 2 field goals, I guess, right? If I'm doing my math right.
Yes, 2 field goals.
2 field goals, 2 extra points, and some big punts from him. That one, none more timely than the one he just kicked. All right, so Lions 1st and 10. They have 1 timeout left. 2 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game at their own 29-yard line. Cosby in the shotgun. Inside handoff to Walker Little. Trying to find some room around the left side. And gets maybe a yard. Lions are quick to the line of scrimmage. Clock continues to run. Right at 2.5 minutes. Lions have 1 timeout left. Cosby back to pass. Pass here on the near side. Complete to Charlie Bunch.
Get out of bounds.
Driven out of bounds. Yep, there we go. First down. Nice first down gain there by Charlie Bunch. Austin's looked his way several times tonight.
What you got?
And I think Charlie maybe had 1 reception in the first half. Boy, what a big key reception there for a first down by Charlie Bunch.
First down, Lions!
Lions at their own 43-yard line. Cosby rolls to the near side, looking to pass. Thrown downfield, looking for Charlie Bunch, in and out of his hands.
Goodness gracious.
What timely jump. He and Noah Smith were in the same pattern.
Next play, 2nd and 10.
Ball falls incomplete.
Seen that a couple times tonight. It seems like Charlie and or 2 receivers are in the same area. Usually it's Noah and Charlie. I was over there.
Yeah, I don't know if that was intended for Noah and Charlie happened to be there. But first, incomplete pass. Stop. 2 minutes, 15 seconds left.
Still plenty of time. They don't need to panic right here, Steve.
Yep.
A lot of time left.
2nd down and 10. Cosby back to pass. Right across the middle, complete to Jace Walker. First down pass inside of Warrior territory. Ball down at the 45-yard line. The Warriors do have a player down. Number 5, Andres Patino.
Okay, they need to get the play called down and be ready to go as soon as this kid gets off the field.
2 minutes and 2 timeouts.
Jack, I didn't mention this in our pregame talk, but it looks like a cramp. And again, we're early in the season. It's still warm out. I'm surprised we haven't seen more. I think that's the first cramp we've seen on the field tonight. I'm surprised we haven't seen a whole lot more of those. So
with it cooling down a little bit quicker than it was supposed to, it really helped out a lot.
That's true. Yep.
Okay, call your play and be ready to go when the ball that kid gets off the field.
Yep, they've got the Ware's got the entire offense down there. 2 minutes, 10 seconds left. Lions trailing 20-13. They have 1 timeout left.
Sir.
And they'll be working 1st and 10 from the Warrior.
Okay, you got it.
45-yard line.
You got. Yeah, we're down 7.
I tell you what, Jack, Austin Cosby in his first regular season game at the quarterback position as a junior has impressed me tonight. He's had movement out of the pocket. He's thrown on the run. He's performed well tonight.
Tell
I'm
Bobby
really
to be ready to
impressed.
call timeout. We got 2 timeouts in our pocket here.
You got one. You got one.
The ref said 2.
Big Lions.
Refs on the field are saying 2.
Confirm that. Coach Music is saying they've got 2 timeouts left. I'm about to confirm it here. They have 2. All right, they do have 2. The Lions do have 2 timeouts. Just got confirmation from the sideline. Snap back to Cosby. Good pressure by the Warriors. Thrown. Caught. Noah Smith out of bounds for a first down catch. Wow, what a catch by Noah Smith. Holy cow.
Right on the sticks, too, Steve.
Man, he has been incredible tonight. Yep, right at the first down marker. To the 35-yard line. And Noah Smith up huge tonight. Great throws by Austin Cosby. Those guys work together so much in the offseason and after practices for the last years, really. They're out here playing catch all the time, well after practice. Got rid of the back up, so he took a hard hit and definitely saw the pressure coming. So incomplete pass, stops the clock. 1 minute, 52 seconds left.
Plenty
Lions
of time.
second
Plenty
down
of
and 10.
time.
The Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Working through some of our AV issues. Yep, we lost our camera again. I'll get there in a second. Shuttle pass to Walker Little is shut down for no gain.
I was just going to say maybe a nice drop play here. They're expecting that throw.
Sir.
Timeout.
So timeout by the Lions. They take one of their 2 remaining timeouts. We thought they only had 1, but they did have 2. We got confirmation.
It's 2. He doesn't sell it. He doesn't sell it enough. And, if they
all right,
see
so
it quick enough,
a minute 35 left,
no
Jack. You've got a 3rd down 10 play from the 35. You saw this here in 4th down territory.
They can take that.
What do you like here? You like to throw down field? You like to put it across the middle? Hand off like a draw play of some sort of screen pass? What do you like?
I would like to see the draw play on that 2nd down 10, but I think here you're going to have to find something in that 5 to 7 yard range, maybe with Noah Smith in and out. Saw some of that in the first half with Noah Smith.
We're rushing it.
Obviously, they're going to key on Noah on this drive anyways.
Austin is trying to get.
I don't know.
To
That's
as
why I
fast
don't
as
get paid the big bucks,
possible,
Steve. But I think you're looking at that mid-range pass, maybe a 5 to 7 yard pass, probably across the middle. Again, they don't care. The defense does not care about that pass across the middle. They want them to burn that timeout. But if you hit Noah on the run on a kind of a 5 to 7 yard in, and he's on the run, watch out.
Yep.
Should go 64 or 65.
We'll see what Coach Ware has dialed up here on a big 3rd down play for the Lions.
65.
They've come up big in the past. Charlie Bunch and Noah Smith here on the near side. Austin rolls to his right side. Pass downfield, looking for Charlie Bunch.
Caught.
And is incomplete.
4th and 10.
That ball falls incomplete. Charlie couldn't quite rein it in.
Tough to make that play, Steve. Not much grass between the feet and that line.
Yeah, the short side of the field here didn't have a whole lot of room to run and just couldn't reel it in. So Charlie Bunch and Charlie Donovan switch sides. You've got Noah Smith, Charlie Donovan on the near side, Jace Walker, Charlie Bunch on the far side. Jackson Walker just to the right of Austin Cosby in the backfield. 4th down play here. 1:29 left of the game. This is your game for the Lions here. They do have 1 timeout left, but the minute 29, the Warriors could take a knee and end this thing. So they've got to get a 1st down here. Cosby rolls to his right. Pass downfield. Caught complete by Charlie Donovan. And it is it's going to be short of a 1st down. About 3 yards short.
Stop short of the line to gain. Turnover.
So the Warriors will take over on downs, and that is going to be your ball game for the Warriors. Well, tough result there for the Lions. They're super frustrated, and it would have been fun to see a 1st down there, Jack, and see if they couldn't punch it all the way in. Minute 23 left here in the game. The Warriors, the Lions do have 1 timeout left, but
Steve, the only positive of that thing is you ran about 10-15 plays in about a minute and a half.
Yeah.
That's where you can see the potential of the score.
Yeah. They've shown they can move the football. They struggled in the very first scrimmage against Fort Worth Country Day of moving the ball in any way, shape, or form. Nico Anderson. There's a handoff to Cordova. Got both hands on the football.
Why are you running that?
Hey, don't do something stupid.
Just take a knee.
On the play by Jackson Walker.
Timeout by the Lions. Minute 14 left here.
Second down.
Well, we are excited this year. Brian Partridge's broadcast media class is going to be very involved in our broadcast this year. We're going to have somebody as producer director. We'll have high school kids on the cameras, on the sideline, and sideline reporters. Really excited about what they're going to do, and you'll see the call of our broadcast go dramatically up here. We're wearing for the next game. Definitely a frustrating loss for the Lions, but I think just talked to Colin next week. I think you walk away from this game having learned a lot about yourself and a young squad. We only 6 seniors and 11 juniors on the squad, 17 sophomores. So you got a younger group that's going to be here for a while. And a lot of contributions tonight on both sides of the ball for the Lions. But, man, what a game by Austin Cosby and Noah Smith offensively.
Yeah, I think you've seen a lot of highlights of the squad. You should be positive going into the next game.
Inside handoff to Cordova.
Angel Cordova on the carry.
Gain of 1 or so.
Pride of Lions.
Right at 1 minute left here.
It's third down.
No turnovers tonight for the Lions. Am I correct? Am I correct on that?
That's correct.
Yeah, so that is.
No turnovers the same like.
Yeah. Now, the ball's on the ground a few times by St. Michael's, but they pick it up and fall on it. But that's definitely got to be an area that that Coach Holland's going to be proud of, that no turnovers. Warriors let the clock run down. Play clock was about a second left, so they call a timeout. 26 seconds left. This will make that 3-hour drive back to Austin tonight a little more pleasurable for the Warriors, man.
Yeah, I'd be interested to get the official stats of the game, but, man, we ran a ton of plays. I'll say that much on the offensive side of things, which is that's positive.
Sure.
And like you said, Austin Cosby first game out, not bad outing for him. I'd be pretty proud of myself. I mean, obviously not happy with the loss, but
sure.
Pretty good passing, pretty good decision making, I think.
As we leave the field to pick up all trash and keep this place that we call faith beautiful. Thank you.
Warriors come out here, we'll take a knee, you would think, or they may hand off. Probably a victory formation. Yeah, Nico Anderson's going to be under center. We're going to take a knee, and that'll do it with 26 seconds left. This will be the last play on third down, so that's going to do it.
Neal's on the ball.
Well, Jack, I'm excited to be back out here at Friday Night Lights, but disappointing loss for the Lions. I know they were. I think when you put yourself in a position to win a football game, which I think they felt like they were, that you want to see it to fruition, but just wasn't in the cards tonight.
No, I think you're leaving with a lot of positives. It's just that it's hard to say when you put an L up.
Yeah. Well, younger group, a lot of these guys first time on the field at varsity level, and I guess that's some credit. Austin Cosby, a lot of credit for a great game tonight. We saw some positives, some things to build on. Definitely some areas to improve in, but things to build on for sure. Well, we appreciate you joining us here on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. Every game, road and home game, will be here broadcast on the Grapevine Faith YouTube channel on the Grapevine Faith Sports Network. We appreciate you joining us. For Jack Wharton, I'm Steve Anthony. Final score, St. Michael's Warriors 20, your Grapevine Faith Lions 13 here from Grapevine Ford Field in Grapevine, Texas. So long, everybody. Have a great Labor Day weekend and be safe. Take care.
No, Steve.